was never mental. The silver spoon is under we went from doing a Dougie fresh and vintage. Now the rhymes they all yeah, hello, red, yeah, scorpion, red summers. The president still acting unpresidential. It was all emojis, it was never mental. The silver spoon is under fire, and the pressure vented. The times that we living in unprecedented. We went from doing a Dougie fresh and vintage. Now the rhymes they all pessimistic. They had it tagging black girl magic, just finesse the mystics. They impressed with quick chicks, only savages was less sadistic. They being less specific, no metaphysics. So many butter biscuit, they need extra biscuit. We had the blessed district, fresh and death. We was dressing drip drip. They worship less gods with the lesser mystics. Yeah, they won't protect the witness. They King Takashi. Yeah, they won't protect the witness. Hannibal Barker shit, darker shit, and a harder fit, yeah, starting shit. The crimes of the passionate ones who fell in love for blasting.
To this day, to this day.
Winning really like a game host. 444 degrees on a range stove. On the coast of the mango. These niggas wanna know how power is obtained. If you act the shower posse, they'll tell you that it's hours in the rain. Till none of these cowards they remain. Flowers is arranged, carriages remain. Drawn by 400 horses, there was power in the range. 19 box cutters overpowering the planes. They left all them towers up in flames. I never look at 24 hours just the same. Bitch, I'm Jack Power mixed with black power. You a mixture of that crack powder and Mr. Matt Lauer. Hashtag Mr. Me Too. You met Red Pillar, I suggest that you niggas meet Blue.
In the land of defiant, that was potent, reliant. We exposed in these tyrants, composed of the science. We not posing or trying. Controlling the climates, yeah, we mold these environments. Scientists with clientless, Midas touch with iron fist, holding arms only way to catch these gems. Texas with an open palm, equestrians on open farm, potent on that potent wand, growing farms, coat of arms on Levian, kicking doors, waving 44s. They wouldn't let me in. Shit, we talking like a thespian, walking like pedestrians. It's my requiem, take you out front and center like ESPN.
To this
in the middle of the action, spitting with
to this day.
You get riddled if you passin'. Shit, no dribble, we just passing off the scribble, we just cashing. Expand the vote, play above the rim. Earl goat, man ago. I turn from man a hoe, can a hoe. Let them hammers go. Spit your banner leg, not even ammo to stop me from slut shaming all these bitch niggas. Yeah, your man's a hoe. The only antidote to split is cantaloupe. Shit, leave you bloody like an antelope with Serengeti. Get ready, shit, no introductions necessary. We legendary, yeah, the story still unfolds. Yeah, the heart is like the message heavy. It's out that light, but what we rep is deadly. Mystics in the forest, scientific witness Morris. All the shit I spit historic, like every day is February. Shit, you like it, I adore it. Shit, I write it, then record it. Recite it, then perform it. Excitement, I'm all for it. Right, biting like walrus.
Fuck Master Flex is going down. You already know what it is.
All right, there it is, y'all. That's that China Flow, all right, off of the Red Summer album. Make sure y'all go out and cop that. Don't just stream it, man. Put that in your collection. You already know what it is. Put that in your collection. That's a collector's item. Yeah, we in the building, y'all. Before we even begin, let me start with the let me start with the announcements. Of course, we gotta start with the announcements. We can't assume that everybody knows what's going on out there in the metaverse. You know what I'm talking about? When we out here doing the works in the streets, you know what I mean? Because we outside and outside is open. So on June 16th, which is a Wednesday, which is this Wednesday coming up, in the lovely state of Atlanta, ATL. Shout out to my ATLians and my KTLians. You already know. From 8 p.m. at a secret location, right? We're gonna be hosting me and Blue Pillar. That's why I had to play that song with the pillars. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, China Flow. Yeah, that's what it is. That's the name of it, China Flow. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So we're gonna be hosting. We're gonna be masters of ceremony for Tupac's 50th anniversary. The God will be 50 years old this year. Talk Black to Me. And we're going to be turning it up. It's going to be a dope ass performance by some very talented artists. One of the things that I highly encourage anybody in the Atlanta area is whenever we doing something with some new artists, please pull up and support those artists. You have no idea who these artists are. You don't have no idea who they're going to be. These artists are putting on, not for you per se, but it's always it's you know, imagine if you was at Kendrick's first performance. You know what I'm talking about? Imagine if you was there when J. Cole was breaking out. You know what I mean? Like imagine if you was there when Amigos popped out. So you want to be there to help support the new up and comers. There's one brother that I could personally say is going to be a bona fide superstar going down the line, and that's our brother Phase One. Shout out to Phase One. You know what I mean? He just got that it factor. You know what I'm saying? He got that factor. Lord Ja Monte, Boone, Joe Sig, SU the Guru, DJ Tone Fresh. The shit is gonna be fire. Man, oh man. ATL. Make sure y'all are in the building for that. All right. And we're gonna be live streaming as well. The live stream, I believe, is gonna be available through Facebook. I gotta put the link in the description. It's not in there at the moment, but I will take care of it before the show is over. And then this weekend, right? This weekend coming up. This is the same flyer right here, the Juneteenth weekend in Kentucky. Me and Blue Pillar will be doing the Knowledge Fest. All right, the Knowledge Fest. That's gonna be in Kentucky, all right, at the Muhammad Ali Center. We're also gonna be joined by Brother Ben X from the BWO. We're also going to be joined by Boyce Watkins, Dr. Boyce Watkins. We're also going to be joined by Sabir Bey, and we're also going to be joined by Styles P. Talk Black. If you in Kentucky, I think that you already know about the Knowledge Fest. I'm assuming that you know about the Knowledge Fest, unless you just got into this consciousness yesterday. And if that's the case, then pull up with your family. It's not just about us. It's about your Kentucky family. We are in a dire status these days. The family has to link up. Y'all have to get to know each other. Y'all have to do business. Y'all have to bond. Y'all have to, you know what I'm saying, connect and network. Not when the quote unquote YouTubians come into town. Y'all need to be doing that when we leave and whatnot. So you could build something. Institutions need to be built. These babies need institutions. They need tangibles and whatnot. And that's not going to be done by brothers such as myself. When we leave these areas, we're there to plant seeds, and we're also there to trim the seeds that we've planted, because we already went to Kentucky years ago and we planted seeds and whatnot, and those seeds have blossomed. So we're going to be pulling up. We're going to be doing the damn thing. I'm going to have merch on deck. Blue is going to have merch on deck. Juneteenth, Father's Day weekend, and the motherfucking summer solstice, my nigga. Talk about a lineup. Yeah. Big things are going, you know what I mean? So that way. There's other things going on, but I don't want to drown you in announcements. We want to keep it in front of you, what's going on this week and whatnot. And then by next week, we're going to be talking about what else is going on. I have some online classes that I'm going to be presenting. I think I'm bringing back Facts 2021. I did a survey with the family. They said they wanted metaphysics. They said they want economics. They said that they wanted some type of digital economics and business and whatnot. So I think we're going to just give it to you wrapped up in one with the Facts 2020 initiative. All right. I think it's time to roll that out. But like I said, you'll know about that. We'll make the announcement on Thursday. So let's do a roll call, because, you know, I could run my mouth, but I need to know who's in the building. So, you know, we could, you know, it's like forming Voltron. We need to know what nodes are we connecting to, what parts of the planet is tapped into today. So, you know what I'm saying? So we could do what we do. When is the Houston event? Very good that you asked that. To be honest with you, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. The Houston event was supposed to be the same weekend of the Kentucky event, but I had got double booked. So I think Pop Darby is doing something. There's a sister named Clark. She's doing something out there. I might be there next month. I might be there next month. That's the month of July. I should be out there. So please look out for that. I will be pulling up. I got things to do out there. So I will be pulling up. You already know what it is. Savannah's in the building. Connecticut is in the building. Michigan is in the building. Houston is in the building. Barbados is in the building. Indianapolis is in the building. DC, Houston is also in the building. Yes, indeed. 40 ounce. Oh, the 40 side of Vernon is in the building. South Carolina, Gainesville, Queens. You know what I'm talking about? New Orleans. All right. Thomasville, Georgia is in the building. Is that Thomasville, Georgia? Is that Thomasville that's in Atlanta, the projects? Or is there a whole Thomasville, Georgia? I'm wondering because I live up the block from Thomasville projects. And it's notorious, but I think they shut that down. Austin, Texas in the building. Chicago's in the building. Perth, Australia's in the building. Shout out to my Australians. I was watching a Runoko Rashidi video. Runoko Rashidi is a renowned scholar and he's a historian. Runoko Rashidi said it personally that he's traveled many places. I remember Runoko Rashidi was one of the scholars or the master teachers that put us on about blacks in Asia back in the days with Eugene Adams and things of that nature. He said that the most spiritual people that he've ever come across is the Australians, the native Australians, like the Tasmanians and whatnot. And he said they smoke a lot of weed and they do a lot of drinking and whatnot because of what the British have done to them and things of that nature. But they're very spiritual. They're very much connected to their land and whatnot. If anybody has ever been, everybody that I know that's visited Australia have came back and said it is a beautiful, beautiful place. Beautiful. Austin, Texas, San Francisco, Alabama, Denver, Seattle. Oh, it's 3 hours from Atlanta? Okay, that's what's up. I'm gonna have to look that up. Crenshaw's in the building. What's good with you, Crenshaw? Okay. What's good, Crenshaw? See, people in Atlanta know about Thomasville. Whoever lives in the town called Thomasville, y'all need to look out because Thomasville in Atlanta might have gave y'all a bad name because they was getting super busy over there. Darth Mount, they had a whole wall. The shit was so notorious. Thomasville, right on Moreland Ave, they had a humongous, like they built a wall so you can't, while you driving, you can't look into the projects and whatnot. It was a huge wall. And then when you drive into that bitch, that's the first time I seen open air trapping. You know what open air trapping is? Open air trapping is you could just be pulling up on some Uber Eats shit trying to deliver a nigga a hero. And niggas they're not walking up to the car asking you, do you want something? They walking up to the car and putting the work in your car. And they like, yo, that's $80. You like, damn, nigga, I don't smoke crystal meth. And then another niggas in the, you know how they had the water boys in the Meek Mill video? These niggas was in your window with mad drugs. Like they putting crack in the back seat. You getting fucking powder in the front seat. It's pills in the next seat. You know what I mean? These niggas is putting pounds of weed in the baby seat. I'm like, damn, fam. Like, I just came for a fucking nickel bag. Like, you niggas are loading me up like this is snowfall. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? They were very active out there. And this was years ago. This was like 98, bro. 98, 99. And then the drive-thru is across the street. You fuck around and go to the drive-thru and have to use the bathroom. Niggas will go to the drive-thru and carry a water bottle and urinate in that bottle. You know what I'm saying? And if you have to defecate, you wear a diaper. Because if you go to the bathroom, them niggas from Thomasville is in the bathroom and they'll try to get you, bro. I'm just giving you a word of advice. All right? And Thomasville is Plantation City. Really? Like an old plantation? I would think, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Sounds just about right. Sun Valley in the building. T-Dot in the building. I see you, Kareem. Brooklyn is in the building. Kareem, talk to me about the International African Arts Festival. If you have a form, I'm trying to get a form so we could sign up. Grenada, Or Grenada's in the building. Miami Beach is in the building. Salute. Yeah, Greensboro. I got Greensboro stories too. I got Greensboro, but I won't waste your time. I got Greensboro. Greensboro was 93. I seen some shit before Coach Kaye was Coach Kaye. He was out there selling crack. You know what I mean? And Greensboro was lit. It was up. It was. I seen some shit with in my eye. I was like, I was innocent. You know what I mean? I seen some things out there. You know what I'm talking about? Greensboro. It was turned up. Yeah, Zone 6. Zone 6. That's Zone 6 is definitely where Thomasville was at. What rapper comes out of Thomasville? That's like, is that Young Thug in them area? I don't know if he's from Thomasville per se, but he be repping Zone 6, you know. Queens. What's good, Queens? What's up, Austin? Austin got mass shootings. Willingboro. Never heard of that. Where's that at? Vermont. Shout out to Vermont. Greensville. All right. Jamaica. ATL. Aggie. Where's Aggie? I think I know where. We heard that you was turned down here. Where's down here at? Is that NC? Is that Greensboro? Cause if that's Greensboro, we surely was turned. It was only a weekend though. It was only a weekend. But mine was lit. You know what I'm saying? Mine was lit. But that was 93, like I said. That was 93. Statute of limitations is over with, right? That was 93. We were having fun. We went to the girl college. What's that? What's the college? Is it Bennett? And then NC. What's the college over there? College was crazy. Yeah, A&T. Whew, man. That shit looked like a DaBaby video. You know? Doug is from Jonesboro South. Really? I didn't know that. You mean like by Riverdale? Like Clayton County, Jonesboro? I didn't know that. Hawks and 6. Did they take it? What's up with the Nets? I didn't keep up with that. What's up with the Nets? Are they? Yeah. Bennett was like Spellman. You know, it's not about quality. It's not about quantity. It's about quality. I saw quantity in Bennett. I was like, God damn it. You know what I mean? Like Bennett was lit. A&T was lit too. Yeah, A&T was lit in the 90s. You already know what it is. Dirk and Baby got the album of the year. Conscious Trapping. Nah, the Migos got the album, man. Don't do that. The Migos album is better than their album, bro. And I ain't even capping. Oh, Aggie Pride is okay. All right, yeah. That's the Aggie Pride. That's right. Doug is from Cleveland Ave, and it looks like it too. It looks like he's from Cleveland Ave. Got that Cleveland Ave aura. You know what I'm saying? But I remember he was repping Moreland Ave when he first came out. I remember when Thug came out in 2012. He had a black and white mixtape, and he was with Gucci Mane before Gucci Mane got locked up. You know what I'm saying? I remember those days, and he was talking about Moreland Ave and Zone 6. He don't say it like that no more. He don't really talk about it like that no more. But yeah. So now that we know that the family is tapped in, and then we have family in the building from everywhere, from CT all the way to JA, all the way to the UK, the Mondim, you know what I mean? In it, the Bruvs is in the building. You know, we have Bruvs in the building. Is anybody from Africa here? Could we complete the cipher? Is the motherland in the building? So we can have some motherland talk? Because I got to talk about some shit that's going on in the motherland. You know what I mean? You know. We might have to spank the motherland real quick because they out there letting China buy up everything. Brother said Hood Morning. J. Cole, yo, Lloyd Banks' album is crazy. Definitely. Lloyd Banks' album is bananas. That's grown man ball, something you got to deal with. You know what I mean? J. Cole. No, I'm just saying. Kyrie got hurt. Shit, man. Kyrie is injured. Man, he was playing on his ankles again, right? That nigga be taking off on his ankles. I be like, I watch the game and I'm saying, how could a nigga just do all of that on his ankles? He's on his ankles cutting, doing all of this fancy shit. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce need to come back to the arena because they was giving them niggas batteries and whatnot. They was giving, you know, you're gonna play your ass off when Beyonce's in the audience, and you know that she's rooting for you. You know what I'm saying? You're going to play when Beyonce is sitting right there and the big homie is right there. You know what I mean? Like they need that help right now. We're not trying to go home, right? Brooklyn is not trying to go home. You know what I'm talking about? West Florida. All right. There we go. South Africa. Oh, you in Australia via South Africa. Okay. The Chinese are taking, the Asians are taking the motherland. I think it's gone. I think it's a wrap. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's what I was going to talk about. They bought up a damn port for fishing. The Chinese eat everything in the ocean too, by the way. No offense. If there's somebody in here from Shanghai, my nigga, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. You know I'm not capping. Chinese eat everything in the ocean. They eating squids. These niggas is eating shrimps. They eating the head of the shrimps. They eating lobsters, the tail, the fucking claws, everything. You know? And it's like they're gonna pillage that. They're gonna pillage that shit. They're gonna clean out all of the fish. They're gonna clean out all of the fish. There's not gonna be no fishes left for the Africans. You know what I mean? Like this shit is crazy. They eat an octopus alive. When I saw an Asian lady eat an octopus alive, I was like, let me update my Tinder profile. Cause I'm not going on a date with somebody that's gonna eat an octopus alive. What would she do to me? You know what I'm talking about? What would she do to me? If she's facing, if she's gonna, you know what I mean? Like if she took an octopus to the face, and the motherfucking one of the legs was trying to get out of her mouth, and she just, I'm like, nah, that's too much eating for me, bro. You know what I mean? Stick to my sisters. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna stick to the sisters. The only thing we got to get over with the sisters is the chitlins. You know what I mean? That's the struggle that we got to get over with the sisters. These Asian women, you know what I mean? They eating octopus, nigga, alive. What are their insides looking like? I was like, no, I'm good. Somebody said Susie Octopus. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga be like, yo, I want you to come over and eat me, they gonna take that literally. You know what I mean? They be like, yo, come and chew me up. They be like, really? Let me get my chopsticks, nigga. I'll be right over there. You pay now. You know what I mean? They pull up like they have some duck sauce with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, bro. Yeah, they don't waste anything. Yeah, the Chinese chick from Lovecraft Country, they try to warn niggas. You know what I mean? She had literally had wolf pussy. You know what I'm talking about? Literally, like not figuratively. She had a whole wolf inside of her box. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. We don't eat chitterlings. I mean, you don't. You don't. But I be down south. The further south you get, I was watching a Netflix special called High on the Hog. Did anybody see that? I have critique about that, but we'll keep that. You know, it's Pride Month, so I'm not gonna. I don't. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I'm talking about? But every man or damn near every nigga that they was interviewing was super beta. Was that by design? I was watching that with wifey. I was getting uncomfortable. Like, where's the men at? And then that nigga went to Texas with some cowboys, and that's when I seen real black men. They start bossing up. You know what I mean? The cowboys, you know what I'm saying? The niggas who ride horses, they was bossing up on them. But before that, every man that he interviewed was like beta. It just didn't feel right watching two betas interact, because, you know, I'm just used to seeing men really kick it. You know what I mean? And I'm not, like I said, no offense to anybody. I'm not shooting at nobody. It's just my preference. I have the right to say what I have to say. But the show was like examining what they call our diets based off of slavery. And that was another thing that I was offended by, in a sense, because it was like, don't fucking tie every meal that we eat to what you call slavery, my niggas. Like, come on, bro. This narrative that everything is about slavery, it has to be, somebody has to challenge that. And at the end of the day, if there's a group of us who stand on the fact that every fucking nigga alive is a descendant of a slave, everybody in America had to endure slavery. Well, what about them free niggas though? What the fuck? Like, who are they? You know what I'm talking about? And where did they come from? You know what I'm saying? Where did they come from? Well, who are they? You know? Because there's always been free black men and women, and they weren't traders. So for the people who stand on the slave thing, you shouldn't be offended if somebody comes to debate that. You should be like, I'm going to stand on this slavery shit. We are all slaves. We are all subjugated. We were all brought over here through the fucking door of no return. No, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know about that. I feel that people came over here before that. I don't know, man. I'm just saying. It's just so much. It sounds like when I listen to these shows, it sounds real agenda heavy. Real agenda heavy. Like they continuously trying to put us in this box, in this bag and whatnot. But anyway, the show didn't talk anything about vegan food. It was a lot of pork and a lot of beef and a lot of fish. You know what I mean? All of these animals and whatnot. And dude is going around. He's in Benin. He's in Texas. He's in New York. I learned some shit though. I did learn some things. And it's a cooking show. It's like a food show and whatnot. And but it has a lot of boule undertone, a lot of boule undertone, get along, like what's Kwame Brown said, to go along, get along, gang, go, you know what I mean? Man. Yeah, somebody was saying that Harriet Tubman didn't exist. Oh yeah, I saw that on what's my guy? I just want to make you think, Dane Calloway. I saw that. I need a little bit more though if he's gonna go there. I saw that. I saw his video. I didn't walk away convinced though, because he said that there was other videos that he did where he explained it a little bit more. I didn't see those videos, but I would love to hear more about what it is that he's saying. He said Nat Turner, right? And Harriet Tubman are hoaxes and they were made up and whatnot. I'm like, yo, this is 2021, post December 21st. You know what I mean? He gives a lot. He gives a lot. He gives a lot. I was privy enough to be in certain classes back in the days in the National Black Theater in Harlem, where Taj Tariq, Abdullah Mosey Bey, Sister Rosmariah Bey, Sister Valhara Bey, who I put a video on my Instagram and she's heating shit up. I've been privy to the conversation prior to brothers like Dane Calloway before he came on the scene. I've been privy to information from Ross Ben. There's been a lot of Ali Muhammad. There's been a lot of people who did heavy research and they've come to challenge the quote unquote research that Black academia was presenting and whatnot. The academia that you find in the colleges, you know what I mean? The academia that you find in the quote unquote academic circles and whatnot. YouTube is at war with Black knowledge and information. Well, my brother Azel, I feel that I've been kind of, ringing that alarm and blowing that trumpet since like 2016 and whatnot, when I saw that they were beginning their censoring campaign, and they were starting to stop you know the voices and whatnot. They were trying to control the narrative, and they were trying to stop a lot of people from kicking that real shit. And when I say that real shit, they were stopping people who were countering the narrative that woke people were bringing and stuff like that, like the 1619 project and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That shit needs to be double checked. We need it to be challenged. You know what I mean? I need some Moors to make some documentaries. We need some Moors to do what Tariq Nasheed has done with the Hidden Colors series and whatnot. We need some Moors to come with the real receipts, right? The receipts, that is, the heavy research. I'm gonna talk to Sabir when we go to Kentucky. The heavy research, because he showed me some receipts. He's been around. He's been to the castles. He's been to Fez. He's been to Morocco. He's been to Cordova. He's been there. He's walked through the castles, Alhambra. Like, he's been there. So he got some information. Peace. They have this thing where Texas has outlawed critical race theory, right? And I'm not the biggest fan of the critical race theory, right? But it's a beginning. It's a beginning, right? Mario L. Bay has I'm just saying, there's a lot of people that got shows, and the shows is cool. They have had shows for 10 to 12 years to 20 years already. They had Hakeem Bey. I don't know if anybody has done better research than Hakeem Bey. You know what I mean? Uriel Bey, rest in peace, rise in power. What I'm saying is, there needs to be a group of Moors, not just one Moor, a group of Moors who put together the information, right, in the way of a documentary, right? Maybe a docu-series, or a documentary that deals with like montages and whatnot. You feel me? Because there's different styles of documentary. RV Bay Publications. She was one of my first teachers that was unplugging me and blowing my mind and whatnot, and had me really looking at things and just questioning everything. Taj Tariq Bey, of course, C. Freeman L. You know what I mean? But these Moors, these master teachers and whatnot, they deserve for a group, a Moorish production group, who can present their information with the receipts attached. The sister Valhara Bey, let me go to my page real quick to show you a video that she did. You know what I'm saying? She did a video, and it was very interesting because she brought up the fact that a lot of cities are buried on top of cities and whatnot. Henceforth, why you see these sinkholes and shit opening up, completely swallowing shit whole. They swallowing shit whole. You feel me? Cities have been built on top of cities to hide shit. I came in the beginning of 2020, And I brought to you a book that Ross Ben did called Free Your Mounds and Your Mind Will Follow and whatnot. He was breaking down the grids. He was breaking down the ley lines. He was breaking down the 40th parallel, the 44, the 33rd parallel, how how the Europeans that they call the gritters and whatnot. And Thomas Jefferson, Adam, Stacy, what is it? The Adams people, John Adams, not Stacey Adams. Who's the president? It was one of these niggas. You know what I mean? These were what they call these people were responsible for digging up the mounds. We had burial mounds, we had ceremonial mounds and whatnot. These mounds were energy centers, and they disrupted our energy centers, and they put churches on top of them. Quincy Adams, they put churches on top of them. How long has Uriel Bay been gone? I believe he made transition in 2012. The story was, they said that he was squatting in a house and he got carbon monoxide poisoning and whatnot. That was what they said. Go to rosben.com. Free your mind, free the mounds, and your mind will follow, I think. Free up, yeah. He taught. I mean, the book is crazy. It's in my archives. Exactly, like Oscarville under Lake Lanier. Every summer, yeah. They did them people dirty in Oscarville, and Lake Lanier is haunted. I just put a meme up. Let me show you. I said, what's worse, Lake Lanier or motherfucking Lenox Mall? There's two places that you might want to avoid when you go to Atlanta, my niggas. Lenox Mall and Lake Lanier, because bodies be popping up. They out there catch, you know what I mean? They both on a body count, you know what I mean? We don't know who got more bodies, Lake Lanier or Lenox Mall. Niggas is getting clapped at Lenox Mall. I seen a video today. Shit was crazy. These little niggas try to rob the Apple store and had the blicky and clap the security guard in broad daylight. I'm like, yo, that's the lake that Jason drowned in. It probably is. I probably, if we go on Google Maps, we could find Camp Crystal Lakes is right near Lake Lanier, my niggas, because that shit is haunted. Yeah, the land that they stole and they built, yeah, Seneca Village. You know what I'm talking about? All of these lands, I promise you, have been pillaged from our people. They basically they built on top of them. I'm gonna take you. Let me show you this video.
They're ancient, these buildings. There's a whole city underneath this city. They went and burned all the major cities, the major energy centers on this globe we call an earth. Our ancestors set up these energy centers that we call Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Atlanta, Detroit, right? Chicago, Miami.
All founded by us.
Los Angeles, they are energy centers. They're not where they are in huge, large cities just because of some coincidence. There's energy and power in these places. London, Rio de Janeiro. All right? And by the way, we're going to...
The extent of these buildings around the world, just so you can see how many countries they are in. And really, when you look at the slideshow that he created, they all look like they're the same culture. I mean, honestly, half of them look like they're the same building. They all look like they come from the same city or the same country, and they're not. These are buildings from all around the world, and they didn't just do this because they liked the Roman style or because they were settled by Roman people. These types of buildings are in China, they're in Kenya, they're in Taiwan, they're in Japan, they're in Australia, they're in anywhere you can imagine and everywhere you can imagine. They're in the Philippines, they're in Indonesia. They are everywhere because this was a lost culture. This was a lost civilization that existed up until just a few hundred years ago. And all the wars that we're fighting now, I would suggest ongoing wars to continue the destruction of this ancient culture. This is the extent of it.
All of these buildings all around here that told class last night, they're ours. They belong to us. They're ancient, these buildings. There's a whole city underneath this city. They went and burned all the major cities, the major energy centers.
Indeed. So That sister right there is Sister Valhara El Bay. All right. You could even Google Know the Ledge Radio and her name, and 2 or 3 episodes will pop up. We did some work with her back in the day. She's a legend. Okay. She's a super legend. Now, keep in mind, when the quote unquote Nazis, right? When the Nazis were bombing the old Europe, right? When the Nazis were going on bombing missions and destroying old Europe, you have to ask yourself, World War One, World War Two. Remember, World War One was against the Ottoman Empire, right? World War One, who was the Ottoman Empire? The Ottoman Empire were basically they were the caretakers. They were the ones who were basically holding the keys. They were the ones who conquered Constantinople and whatnot. So they were one of the last kingdoms that were standing and whatnot. These are the Turks. All right. These are the Turkish Ottoman Empire, what is now known as Turkey, right? Turkey was responsible for conquering the quote unquote they were the ones who conquered Constantinople and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? So they were basically destroyed in World War One, and then in World War Two, when Hitler and the Nazis, along with their allies, were going around destroying all of these European countries that were adherents to the cult of ISIS, and also they were also bowing down to the Black Madonna. So what was Hitler doing? Hitler was taking a lot of the paintings, you know what I mean? Hitler was destroying a lot of the architecture. Hitler was taking Hitler was just wrecking shit. You know what I mean? He was cleaning up a lot of the quote unquote mysteries and whatnot. And he was disposing of a lot of the quote unquote he was disposing of a lot of the history that was already hidden in plain sight. When the Europeans later on down the line, post 9/11, went into Iraq, they were doing the same thing. Okay. When they went ahead and destroyed the Middle East, they were destroying a lot of ancient artifacts. When they hit Iraq, the first place that they went to was the motherfucking museum, and they cleaned that shit out. Why is that? If they were looking for Saddam Hussein, that nigga wasn't in the museum. Why did they go to the museum? Why did they clean the museum out? You feel me? When they went into Afghanistan and they were bombing the mountains and all of that, and they were bombing all of these quote unquote villages, what were they destroying? You know? The Turks in Germany are tough right now. They got all of the drugs and liquor stores like the Arabs here. Of course. What movie was that where they showed that the Turks was running the drugs and whatnot? I remember there was a movie and they just had exposed that. It was something recently. You know, yeah, Sumerian. They was looking for the Stargate. They were destroying the Sumerian history. You know what I mean? And then and then when they had their CIA operatives called ISIS and whatnot, what the fuck was ISIS doing? ISIS was running around chiseling shit. They were destroying artifacts. They were toppling shit. They were burning things. You know what I mean? So this European, they you know, when our people start waking up, you know, that's why they have these G7 conferences at these G7s that they're having right now and whatnot, and all of these things where these quote unquote world leaders, and I use that word very loosely and whatnot, these are a bunch of world puppets who are lying, and they have to come together to make sure that the same way that they came in for the Berlin conference and carve shit up, they always have to come together to keep that lie alive. So they're comparing notes and whatnot. They're standing on, you know, they're going over data and shit like that. You know what I mean? They're well aware of who's waking up, and they're well aware of who's causing problems and whatnot. And they're well aware of, you know, where certain people are in terms of exposing them and things of that nature. Yeah, it's like a fucking think tank. You know what I'm talking about? Look at what they did to Kemet. Look at what the Marmaluks. That was the Turks. Look at what they did when they ran up in Kemet and did what they did and shut it down and whatnot. And now it's a fucking tourist dump. You know, now it's a tourist dump. So there's a lot of stuff. Bridgeport is indigenous grounds. There was a booming black society there back in the day. Now it's a fucking zombie town, right? At Seaside Park. Now it's a zombie town. I passed through Bridgeport recently. That shit looks scary. My grandfather, though, Ralph Moreland, he was a resident of Bridgeport. He made transition about a few years ago and whatnot. But we was my peoples was in Bridgeport forever. You know? My peoples was out there forever. They make the perks. The Turks make the perks. Get out of here. Nobody made that a rhyme yet? I know you about your bag, but I think you got good intentions. But some of them dudes like Dr. Boyce is bad business now. Why? Because Kwame Brown told you that, my nigga? Come on, stop it. You know? What that got to do with me, bro? You know what I'm saying? What that got to do with me? No, I said Ralph Moreland. That was my grandfather's name, Ralph. You know? So, you know, yeah, they burned the Library of Alexandria. They did a lot of. They just burned something in Timbuktu. They burned something recently. So, you know, when our brothers travel the world, like these the Dr. Benz of the world, you know, and when the Renoko Rashidis of the world, because we have a class of our elders who travel, right? But my question is, when the elders are traveling and they're going around to these sacred places and whatnot, Anthony Browder, thank you. You know, my question is, are they coming back to blow the trumpet to warn the Black Americans about preserving the quote unquote artifact? Because it's, what the fuck could we do to preserve artifacts in a country when we can't even stop the police from clapping niggas down out here? You know, we do have power, but to what extent? You know what I'm saying? To what extent? You know what I'm saying? We do have power, but to what extent? Can we stop that? Can we preserve these artifacts? Are we going to put our life on the line? You know what I'm saying? I respect both men. You know what I mean? I respect Kwame Brown and I respect Boyce for what he brings to the table. I'm not out here to start weighing who's pussy or who's bussy and all of that. That's not my job, bro. That's not my job. And one thing that I don't do is I don't butt myself into people's business and whatnot. I'm not putting myself in the middle of nobody's business at the end of the day. You know what I'm talking about? It's mad niggas that get clapped up for doing shit like that. So I'm minding my business. You know what I mean? I watch the videos that Kwame Brown puts out, and I also watch some things that Boyce did. You want to know my opinion? I just feel like, you know, certain people should mind their business and let other people cook. You know what I mean? Stay out of people's business. That would be my advice to both parties, or all parties, or anybody, any parties involved. Stay out of people's business. Let them do what they do. You feel me? Let them do what they do. But I'm not gonna get on no platforms, and I'm not gonna tear down no man, and I'm not gonna shoot at no man, and I'm not gonna create no type of rivalry about. I'm not gonna step in the middle of, because I'm not a dick rider. You understand? That's not how I got my name and whatnot. I don't deal with shit like that. You know? I don't deal with shit like that. You know what I'm talking about? So I'll be doing something in Kentucky where Dr. Boyce is on the bill. It's not his event, he's on the bill. You feel me? And he'll be there to present his information, and I'll be there to present my information, and brother Ben Nex will be there to present his information, and brother Blue Pill and Sabir Bay and Styles P, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? And that's what it is. You know? And that's what it is. And I'm there to give brothers advice if they ask me for it. Yo, Red, what do you think about this? Well, being that you asked, this is what I think about it. Because y'all know how I feel about Charlemagne. Y'all know how I feel about the get along niggas. Yeah, I publicly stated that, and if you don't know about it, do your fucking research. You know what I mean? You know what my campaign is about. You know where I stand where when it comes to, you know, I don't fuck with nobody that's on the other side. Like I don't fuck with no woke niggas. I'm not into that woke shit. I'm not into no BLM shit. You never heard me promote it. You only heard me demote it. I'm not I've wasted mad fucking hours of my life trying to teach and enlighten people about a lot of shit. But a lot of niggas got dick rider in their blood. They'll bypass what you say and hop on another nigga's tail on bandwagon and totally disregard what the fuck you be saying and what you about and how you stand just so y'all can ride another nigga's tail. And I don't like shit like that. So as long as I'm true to myself and I know where the fuck I stand and what I stood for and what I speak about and where my flames are being thrown, I'm Gucci, my nigga. I sleep good at night. You know what I mean? I sleep good at night. I have more in common with my conversation with a Kwame Brown right now. Just basically listening to him, I feel like we have a lot in common and whatnot. He stands for a lot of the things that I stand for. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and I would, and if he wanted to chop it up, I would definitely chop it up with the bro. You know what I mean? And we would have a good conversation. But in this YouTubian world, where all of these, where there's somebody new that y'all niggas be riding every fucking week, I don't go for that. I'm not into shit like that. I don't chase no man. You feel me? I don't chase none of these. I don't chase no man. I'm not into that. I don't tell you about what man I like. That's not my language. You know what I'm talking about? I'll listen to people because people are, you know, some people are worth listening to and a lot are not. A lot are not. So I don't listen to everybody because YouTube is an open, this shit is a petri dish for all kind of people with mental health issues, niggas that need healing and whatnot. A lot of people who just got out the house yesterday who don't even have their life together. You know what I'm talking about? It's a fucking it's a rest haven for abusers. It's a rest haven for fuck boys. It's a rest haven for niggas who are questionable in their sexuality, who get up here and they emote and they're projecting and whatnot. You know what I mean? And they have all of you niggas attention. You know what I mean? And attention is the economy. Attention is the economy. So y'all are paying attention to fuck niggas all over YouTube. There's a whole band of them. It's about 100 of them right now. Mad trolls and whatnot. Crazy trolls. I'm talking about these niggas got entities on them. You could look at them and tell that some of them is possessed and whatnot. And they don't have no real information. And they're not doing nothing for nobody but themselves. And this little YouTube check that they out here collecting and whatnot by telling you regurgitated stories about shit that other people have talked about, you know, decades ago. They're like the whole shit that I'm talking about. Cities built on top of cities. That's what they out here doing. These niggas is building cities on top of cities. And because a lot of y'all, a lot of the audience and whatnot, a lot of the people are yearning for a voice. You're yearning for somebody to speak to you. You're yearning for somebody to teach you. You're looking for a savior. A lot of people have that quote unquote Jesus Christ motherfucking addiction and whatnot. You're looking for a nigga that you could crucify, somebody to get on the cross that you could live vicariously through. You're looking for somebody who, you know, you could homoerotically, you know, live vicariously through. And that's how it be sometimes. And some of the sisters is looking for some nigga that they could slide in their DM to pipe them down. You know what I mean? That's what's going on. That's what's going on. And y'all let people lie to you. You know what I'm talking about? You let niggas swindle you. You let niggas go in your pockets and whatnot. You let niggas drag you through the fucking mud and talk crazy to you. You let people tell you information and stories that are not even correct and whatnot. They just telling you how they feel, and people fall for that. So you know, I'm not in that peanut gallery. Never have been, never will be. You know what I mean? And I never want to be. You know, never want to be. But from what I see, looking into with the new YouTubians and with these new batch of people, y'all niggas are in trouble. You know what I mean? Y'all are in trouble because y'all got some people with some heavy mental issues out here, hummer stunting and acting like they're fucking teachers and they're qualified, and they're not. They're not. You know what I mean? They're not. They are totally not. And it's trauma bond. It's a lot of trauma bonding. So you hear niggas struggle stories. Oh, it's like listening to battle rap, Geechee Gotti's Third Rounds, where he always gives you the struggle bars, and people gravitate to that. Oh, this nigga used to eat cereal out of a fucking, out of the bowl and whatnot. You know, he used to eat cereal with water. I can relate to that, nigga. I was poor too. You know what I mean? All of these struggle bars and whatnot. And that's how they get niggas sympathizing with them. Oh, you struggle too. It's trauma bonding. Hurt people, but they also attract motherfuckers that are hurt too. Everybody want a trauma bond. Everybody got a war story. And I'm good. Show me the individuals who are actually building, because now we're in 2021. Like I said, the Sonetta crowd, the House of Consciousness crowd, they did the heavy lifting. The niggas that was out here debating, there's nothing that none of these new niggas could do to match that right there. Intellectual wise, hype wise, they can't hold a flame to the movement that was started 2013, 14, 15, 16. They can't. Y'all are looking. That's what people are looking for. They're still looking for flickers of that. They're still looking for flickers of that. You're never going to get that again. Okay? You're never going to get that. That's never coming back. Okay? That's the same way that if you follow battle rap, you're never going to get the motherfucking DVD smack era again. You're never going to get early Mook and motherfucking early Lux. You're never going to get Lions Den. You're never going to get that feeling again. Niggas is chasing that high.
To this day,
you are. They chasing that high. And I get it, because I be sometimes chasing it too. But I've come to the conclusion that you're not going to get that. You're going to get the devolution of that. You feel me? You're never going to get the golden era of rap back again. You're going to get Griselda, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And you're going to get Griselda, and you're going to think that that's it. You're going to be like, oh, this shit is crazy. Them niggas Benny and Conway and West Side. Oh, man, they going in. And they're not. You know what I mean? They're just filling a void that has been left by some motherfucking, by the golden, by our goats, my nigga, by the goats. The ones who had that feeling. They're just giving you that feeling back. They're giving you that feeling back. Griselda is hard though, man. They all right, nigga. They not that hard. They're not the fucking golden era. What are you talking about, nigga? They're not 90s hip hop. What do you mean? What do you mean? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? The Griselda is look, like I said, they're giving you a feeling. They're giving you a feeling of something that you miss, but they are not the golden era. They can't stand next to the golden era, my nigga. Stop it. Stop it. Benny is nice, Conway is nice, and Westside has his own style, but don't do that. Like in the URL, Geechee Gotti. I seen Geechee Gotti and my dude go at it this weekend, and Drake was in the audience, and that was a classic. Rum Nitty, right? Rum Nitty and Geechee, classic, right? That's the new school, but that's not bro. That's not the feeling they can't give you. I seen T-Rex battling, but the T-Rex that I saw the other day is not the T-Rex from fucking URL 10, my nigga, when Puffy was in the audience. That's not the T-Rex from original Dot Mob, nigga. Are you serious? We're settling. It's like how some of us do in our relationships, nigga. We're settling. That's not the love of your life. You just catching glimpses. That's not it. That's not her, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? That ain't her. She's the one that got away. You just trying to capture the feeling again. Nigga, that ain't her. Yeah. They on Cassidy's niggas is old Cassidy is not nice. He's not nice. He's just not garbage. He's not nice. The new Cassidy is nothing like the old Cassidy. Are you fucking serious? The Cassidy that battled Freeway? Are you trying to tell me that that's the same Cassidy that went up against Hitman Holla? Hell no. Are you serious? Y'all need to re-examine yourselves. You know what I mean? Y'all letting a lot of shit fluff. You letting the fluff get by, and you bigging it up because it's like seasons and whatnot. Somebody said Cass is nice. Who said that he wasn't? I'm just saying that he's not who he used to be. What is you saying? I'm saying that the Cass that you see now is not the Cass from back in the days before the car crash, or back in the days when he tore a new one. He tore Freeway's head off in the studio. That's, bro, are you serious? The DVD smack era, niggas is chasing the new caffeine and all of that watered down shit. They're chasing the feeling of the classic era. Even DVD smack from like 2012, and when Sue Surfing them was first getting on the scene. What? It was another feeling. It was a whole nother level. The levels have changed. The bar has been lowered. You know what it means when they say the bar has been lowered? We are in a current situation where I gotta listen to the Migos to get turned up. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, they have their own style of rhyming, and they've kind of perfected their rhyming. And then you got Little Baby in them. They got their new style of rhyming and whatnot and whatever. But the bar has been lowered, bro. So being that the bar is lowered, it don't take much to impress the motherfucking hip hop audience anymore, because the bar don't even exist no more. The bar don't even exist no more. What about Cambada? Cambada is so nice. Cambada is so nice that he don't even fit in this era. Cambada should have been out in the 90s. He fits better in the era where they could respect and they can appreciate, you know what I mean, what he brought. Cambada will be to the industry what Griselda was when they came in, because the industry is kind of holding, they don't want to acknowledge him the same way that they didn't acknowledge them boys. He's gonna have the type of impact on the industry. It's gonna be similar to what Griselda had. Bars is back, the feeling is back. You know what I mean? Lyrics is back, but he's 100 times better than anybody on Griselda. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. There's nobody on Griselda that could hold a flame to Cambada. He will run laps around them boys. Are you serious? He's completely different. He's a fucking alien. The only dude that I would say that's in the whole game is Daylight and King Los. King Los is a problem. King Los might be on his heels. I don't know. I've been hearing some freestyles from him. I'm not gonna start nothing up, but King Los is a fucking alien. You know what I mean? Lux is an alien. The album that they have, Manifest Destiny, crazy. Lux is God tier. Lux is the top nigga in the whole battle rap. Or I'm talking about all of the leagues. Everybody put together. Lux is the top nigga. And he did an album with Cambada. It's on the streaming platforms called Manifest Destiny. If you want to know how nice Cambada is, go and listen to the album. Like I said, Lux is considered to be the GOAT of the whole shit. Right? And if you listen to the album, you could be able to rate where Cambada is based on what him and Lux was doing in the booth. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say. You could listen to that back. Yeah, it's an EP. Yeah, that shit is fire. That shit is fire. They made me want to get back in the bars and get my shit together. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, hip hop, I'm a connoisseur of it, but in order to be at certain levels, like Cambada, he wakes up, he eats, sleeps, and drinks hip hop. I don't do that. That's not my everyday thing. I have to remind myself that I rap sometimes to get back into that feeling in order to write some shit, because I'm writing a whole bunch of shit. I'm into all kind of shit. You feel me? I'm into all kind of stuff. Mrek does battles. Mrek is a rapper. Mrek is a rapper. I didn't know Mrek rapped. Don't do that. Talk about he should have a verse battle with Mrek. Bro, don't do that. Please don't do that. Respectfully, Mrek is my guy. You know what I mean? But I didn't know that Mrek raps. Oh, his father taught you African drums. A word? That's beautiful. I didn't know that. I know his people's from New Haven. I didn't know they was from Bridgeport. You know? Cambada killed Lux. I'm just saying. Like I said, Cambada's a rapper. Lux is a battle rapper, right? Two different styles. When you listen to this album, my niggas, right? When you listen to this album, Lizzie Jeff, because she's a fucking problem, okay? When you listen to, I should sell this album with mushrooms. You know what I'm talking about? When you listen to this album, you need to be on one of these. You know what I'm saying? You need to be on one of these. This is not for sober minds, because this album is an energy. It's not a feeling. You know what I mean? You're not going to pick up the lyrics. You're not going to pick up what's being said. You're not going to really be able to understand what's going on unless you're in you got to be on a whole nother frequency. When you listen to the Cambada and Lux album, I highly recommend that you're defocalized. What does that mean? Not sober, nigga. What do you mean? Be in a dark place and have your mind in a place where it's ready to go somewhere. Well, however you do it. I'm not promoting no type of, I'm not promoting nothing, that I shouldn't be promoting. I'm definitely not promoting no chemicals. So for all you niggas that's ready to fire up some crack and whatnot, I'm not promoting no chemicals. I don't promote LSD. I don't promote crack. I don't promote none of those. Because that's not, you niggas could take a trip and never come back. The furthest that I'll go is some shrooms, my nigga. I'm ending it right there. You know what I mean? Some magic mushrooms. That's as much as I'm promoting. You know what I mean? It's niggas out here to do the Molly. You know what I mean? It's niggas out here popping perkies and whatnot. It's people doing all kind of shit. And do you. Whatever floats your boat. Nigga, this is a classic. Are you serious? This is a fucking classic. Cambada is responsible for this album, okay? And I you know, I don't hide. I'm not built like that. I'm not one of these guys that are acting like it's all about me. Because I'm so fucking dope in my life that I have enough room to spread the love and let other niggas shine. You know what I mean? I'm not that much of a fucking narcissist. You feel me? I don't hide the truth. You know? Yeah, collaborations aren't really. It wasn't like they were battle rapping. It wasn't like they were battle rapping. I've been in the booth with Cambada since 2016. Like, you can't go in there with, you can't go in there with little dick energy. You can't go in there, you know what I mean? Trying to, you pocket watching a nigga. You can't go in the booth pocket watching because that's not how you do it. You got to go in there with no fear. You got to go in there and you just got to be like, I'm finna make me a classic and I'm feeding off of this energy. You know what I mean? And I'm going to do my best. It's almost like going to spar with Mayweather. You don't go in the ring with Mayweather and you know, you just say, I just don't want to get knocked out. But I'm going to learn some things while I spar against Mayweather, because what you have to do is you have to acknowledge the skill set that this man possesses. So that's the same thing that I do when I go in the booth. If I go in the booth with a Cam, if I go in the booth with a Lux, if I go in the booth with anybody, I'm like, yo, if I go in the booth with Blue, I'm like, you know what? I'm going in there, right? Nah, Blue Pill killed that too. Oh no, he wasn't on 24 hours. He was on Last Breath. Yeah. I'm going in there and I'm like, yo, I'm finna level up because I'm in the company of a great one. When me and AA did something mad moons ago, many years ago, right? And by the way, the Griseldas, to be honest with you, like when AA started fucking with Westside, that's when them niggas really started getting lit. To be honest with you, think about it. If y'all been following the Griselda movement, when he linked up with AA, and AA is all over Griselda albums. If you niggas is really Griselda fans, you know what I'm talking about. AA is all on Westside. No, he's on the Westside albums. Nobody else in that clique. He's Westside's man. He's all over the albums. He has them opening up in intros, talking. Meaning that if he's letting you talk on his albums, he's respecting not just your artistry, he respects your mind. There's something about if a nigga just let me talk on his album, if I'm on his intro on 4 of his albums, then that must mean behind the scenes, I'm the person that this man is coming to, not just for advice, but there's something about my wave. There's something about how I think. There's something about the direction that I might point you in that you like, yo, I got to pay you back by showcasing you to the rest of the world by just letting you talk your shit. You know? The Mind Them said he flew to New York to get a copy of Scorpion King. Legend. AA is one of the heaviest influences on I didn't hear about Griselda until AA got with them. How about that? And that's nothing to take away from them boys and whatnot. But when he started fucking with them, they started to rise. They started to rise. You understand? So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking just to hear myself. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a connoisseur. I'm not a dick rider. I'm a connoisseur of the culture. I listen to the music. I know what I'm listening to. I've been listening to lyrics from a very long time, you know? And them boys is nice. They bringing the feeling back. El Camino is nice. What's his name? 38 Special is nice. All of them is nice. But nigga, I don't sell crack. I'm not a drug dealer. You know what I mean? I could listen, but so much. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I don't know who I like better. Do I like the down south trap music better? Or do I like them boys from Buffalo, the shit that they're kicking? You know what I mean? Benny is the best out of all of them. Out of the down south niggas, the best niggas spitting that type of shit is Benny the Butcher. Hands down. There's nobody fucking with him. You know? But you must not been listening. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah, he's been on other projects. He was on the Sunshine Project. He was on a few of them after that. Yeah. Please reissue Scorpion King as a director's cut. I'm thinking about reissuing Scorpion King as a remaster. I want to get it remastered, and I might add 2 or 3 remixes to it. You know what I mean? Niggas was asking me to put KT on Made for this and Blue. You know. Look, I'm from Buffalo. We always been NYC little homie. So Griselda put our little town on the map. They nice, but folks want to put them with legends already. But AA gave them the boost that they needed. Thank you. Thank you. The industry is not going to tell you this because the industry will not let AA in. The industry is not going to do no story. The industry, as y'all see during the COVID lock, the industry is not sharp. The industry is controlled by small hats. The industry is not what you think it is. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. I mean, that's a Conway is gonna mop the floor. I mean, Jim got bars, but Conway got bars, bro. Conway is crazy. You know what I mean? Conway is crazy. I would say Kanye is better. I would say that Conway is better than Benny, but I don't do angry bars. You know what I mean? The chip that he got on his shoulder, I get it. He's just a little, you know, I like Benny's flow a little bit more. You know? I like Benny's approach, you know, a little bit more. The machine is definitely sick, and he's getting better. And he's getting better. You know? And he's getting better. You know? They're 100% masculine energy. Yeah, he got shot in the neck. So yeah, he do spit with anger. You know what I mean? He do spit with anger. You know? The Michigan boys is coming up. Who is these niggas from Detroit? Because I heard somebody saying that Detroit got the rap gang on lock. What's these Detroit artists? They talking about 42 Doug, my nigga? Who's the Detroit artists? I need to know these names so I could check that out. Yeah, Jim Jones, he might go at it with Conway because they, you know, just for the sake of the rap game. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, drug rap is over for me. Nigga, we live in a crypto era. We live in a metaverse. We live in a new crypto era. I can't do the drug rap right now. I can't do the drug rap all day, my nigga. I could do a little bit of it. That's why. Yes. Boldy James is nice. Let's be clear. Boldy from Detroit is nice. I love his pen. He's a poet. He's in Griselda. He got some shit. I like Mac Hami too. Like I said, they got a wave. I'm never going to say that they don't have a wave. They got a wave. You know what I mean? Cash Doll, Sada 42. Yeah. Don't leave out the young boy. What's his name? I like his flow. I like his offbeat flow. What's the young boy that be scamming? I like his flow. You know, TJX. I like his flow. You know, RMC Mike. Who's that? Is that from Detroit? Yeah, TJX. I just the Detroit flow to me is it has its own sound. You try to be the Benny the Butcher, get shot by a West Side gunner, end up looking like Conway on the machine. That's bars. Bars, nigga. That's your bars? Bro, going back to what I said about AA. Who brought you Stove Guard? Who was the first nigga to tell me about Stove Guard was AA Rashid. All right? Yeah, Ice Vizo Pezzi, Babyface Ray, and 42 Doug. And me, I ain't dropped, but I'm on. You hot, right? You're a legend. I already know, my nigga. Just drop. You know what I mean? Stove Guard was Lord Jamal's artist, and he was rocking with Busta Rhymes. We was on Stove Guard in 2016 when he was Aaron Cooks. You feel me? That's my man's. That's not my man's like that, but you know that's my man's in them. You know what I'm saying? And he got nicer. He's a problem. He's a problem. Toby is from Texas. I heard about Babyface Ray. I heard about Babyface Ray, and I heard about Ice, the Vizo nigga. I'm gonna check him out. Yeah, Rock Marcy. You know what I'm saying? And this whole wave is Rock Marciano's wave. Let's be clear. The whole style is Rock Marciano's style. You know, this is his wave. He's a beast with it. And to be honest with you, Planet Asia is responsible for a lot of shit too. They don't give, he needs his to get his prop. Planet Asia is a fucking beast. And a lot of his wave is what started and jump started a lot of this stuff. You know? So I'm waiting to hear the artist who's well balanced, who could give us that street, because I'm from the streets. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear no tree hugging, and that's no disrespect to anybody that's a tree hugger. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I heard Guilty Simpson was nice. He got body, right? I know. Yeah, T Grizzly, he cool. He's cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, Rock been rapping for a while, and so has Planet Asia. You know what I'm saying? So has Planet Asia. So there's a whole movement. There's a whole movement going on. I see what they doing. It's cool. It's cool. But don't compare it to the golden era. Let's not do that. You know what I'm talking about? Let's not do that. You know what I mean? Please, let's not do that. You know? Yeah, Asia's a beast. Ransom is Ransom is a beast. Lloyd Banks is a beast. That's the whole. They could go on tour. To be honest with you, I would say if I got into West Side Gun's ear, I would say, nigga, go on tour and have these niggas open up for you. Stove Guard, Rock Marciano, Planet Asia, Griselda, and Ransom. I like RJ Payne. Freddie Gibbs is a beast. Is Freddie Gibbs what Freddie Gibbs is from Detroit, right? Is he from Detroit? Where's RJ Payne from? Because that's my brother. My brother rocks with RJ Payne. He put me on to him. You know? Yeah, Ransom is a beast. His pen is crazy. Oh, Gibbs is from Gary, Indiana. Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, yeah, I rocks with Freddie, bro. Freddie's a beast. Freddie's pen is crazy. Griselda got it on lock. I wouldn't say that they don't. I did agree that they do have it on lock. I do say they do got it on lock. You know what I mean? They do have it on lock. You know, don't mistake in what I say when I said that, you know, they do have shit on lock. You know what I'm saying? I do agree to that. You know, I feel that Griselda, they would fare better if they signed somebody who could give them a little more of a we need street shit, but we need reality rap. I need more reality rap. I need more thought-provoking reality rap. You feel me? I need more thought-provoking reality rap. You know, these pens that they got is crazy. Oh, Stove God is opening the Conway tour in fall. See? What did I didn't know that. I just threw that out there. You see? He knows what he's doing. You know what I'm talking about? He knows what he's doing. You would say that Makami is the one who's evened out? I wouldn't say that. I don't know about that. You know? You would say that? People don't sell drugs like that? Shit. You been in Miami lately, my nigga? So they selling something. It ain't all PPP scams, nigga. That shit look like a fucking a Lamborghini truck. Motherfucking a procession, my nigga. Like somebody is selling something. You been in Atlanta lately? These niggas is selling drugs, bro. I don't know where you been. They out there, they moving something. They moving that dog food or something is selling, bro. You know what I mean? Like they still selling drugs heavy. You know what I mean? And I don't, you know, that's not my thing. I'm not into that. I would be a hypocrite if I were to say, you know, they scamming. Yeah, they scamming. You know, they ain't doing that much scamming. They selling something because niggas is on drugs. So somebody is selling, you been in these places, niggas is on drugs. So who's selling them the drugs that they on? Even the rappers is on drugs. Royce the 5'9", how could I forget? Bro, Royce the 5'9" is the nicest dude in the whole Detroit. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's what I mean when I'm saying somebody with thought-provoking bars. That's what I mean when I'm like, yeah, that Fetty Wap is out here bodying niggas too. That's what I mean when I'm saying that we need somebody who could pierce the veils of mediocrity and get you to think. His pen is retarded. There's nobody's pen. There's nobody's pen in Detroit, I feel, that could stand next to Royce the 5'9". He's evolved. He's been studying and whatnot. Yeah, to this day.
To this day. To this day.
That last album he put out.
To this day. To this day.
That last album he put out was a problem, bro. How could I forget? I knew I was forgetting somebody from the D and whatnot. Royce the 5'9" has the nicest pen in the D. I would probably even say it's nicer than Eminem's. And people would be like, that's blasphemous. And I would say that from what my standpoint or my vantage point, I'm saying that his pen is nicer than Eminem because Royce the 5'9" could give you social commentary. He has a more versatile pen. He could go deeper. He could go deeper than Lake Lanier, my niggas. His pen is deeper than Eminem. Eminem has limits to where he could write about. He never really gave you social commentary. He didn't give you realism like that. He gave you Lose Yourself and you niggas lost yourself, but he didn't give you another Lose Yourself in mad years. Son's thought process. That's how I listen to certain artists and whatnot. I'm listening to your thought process. How could you tell your stories? How could you put together Shay Davis was nice. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Shay Davis was nice in the smack era. Are you serious? Yes, his LA Leakers freestyle, bro. It don't make no sense. Royce the 5'9's LA Leakers. He left this planet, bro. He left this planet. This is Shay Davis. My gun go blam. Shay was that. Are you serious? Shay was that dude, bro. What? Shay was him for a minute. What? Ay caramba. You know what I mean? Royce did a song with Westside and he ate. You know what I mean? He ate. Yo, Toby is fire. Him and his wife, Fats. Son, Toby is a monster with it. You know what I'm talking about? Toby is bodying niggas. Right? He's bodying the game. If he was doing mumble rap or if he was on trap beats, he would be bodying them little boys. His pen, that's what I'm about pens. Like, he has a God tier pen. Lux has a pen. There's God tier. King Los has a God tier. Ransom has a God tier pen. Lloyd Banks is God tier. Benny is God tier. Conway is God tier. They got some God tier pens. They got some God tier pens. You know? To be honest with you, I want to hear Dave East project that Griselda is behind. Westside curated it. I want to hear what he comes with. Because to be honest with you, Nas, you know what I mean? His pen should be a little more crazier. With all of these young niggas, yeah, Styles P and Jada. I would never disrespect the gods. God tier. Killer Priest, God tier. K-Shine, yeah, he's up there. He's up there. Papoose, we don't even have to go over that. You already know. Yeah, I made a mumble rap song. It's called Mimosa Samosa. I might play it tonight when we wrap this shit up. You know what I mean? It was right off the head. Black Thought, God tier. Straight like that. J. Cole, God tier. What last album? The Nas album, are you asking about? Because, yes, that was a classic. You know? Daylight is way different. Yeah, he's super different. Did you see Tay Rock this weekend, my niggas? Tay Rock is a problem. Geechee Gotti is a problem. These are battle rappers that I'm talking about now. Geechee Gotti is a problem. Nigga, I like my nigga who choked. Bar God, Danny Myers. Problem. You know what I'm talking about? That was one of my favorites. You know? You still play Mimosa. Yeah, that's my shit. You know? That's my joint. Rum Nitty is a fucking Rum Nitty, his pen is so crazy. It takes me a while. It takes me a while to figure out what the hell he said. His shit is, you gotta go. Yeah, B Dot is God tier. You know, Prodigy, God tier, of course. You know, Rising Power to the God. You said Lizzie low key made a mumble rap track. Yeah, I think Lizzie got a few of them. Lizzie is a problem too. Lizzie is a fucking problem. Like, I've sat there and watched her perform. She's God tier. Cyrock, of course, God tier. You know what I mean? Daylight versus Loaded. That's gonna be a problem, right? I don't get myself worked up about, JC is JC went crazy, bro. JC's one of my best as well. Av is one of my best. Chilla's, I like Chilla. I can't say that he's one of my best only because I don't really follow his battles like that, but his pen is God tier. And I look forward, Rain, yeah, that's my guy. His pen is God tier as well. I look forward to seeing, Jay Electronica, definitely. Definitely. I'll never shit on Jay Electronica. Super God, yeah. He's got God tier bars. You know what I mean? We don't have to be stingy. Lupe Fiasco, yes. Dead Prez, I wouldn't say, when I say God tier with them, I would say that they're nice. I don't know about God tier. And they are legends though. They are legends in the game. But when I say a unique pen, I mean that there's poetry, the delivery, the double entendres. You know what I mean? Like, it's just that shit that rappers and rap fans go crazy about. Like, your pen has to have layers to it. And it can't just be one song. You know what I mean? It can't just be one song. See, Joyner Lucas, he's like a dictionary rapper in my book. You know what I mean? He's nice, but I don't know if I would elect him God tier right now. But he's nice though. You know what I mean? But some niggas sound like they rhyme with thesauruses. Lupe is God tier. Don't do Little Durk. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's not God tier. Little Durk is a fucking goat of drill rap. You know what I mean? But that's not God tier though. He's a goat of drill rap. You feel me? Little Baby is not just drill. Little Baby is more versatile because he's not just drill rap. Little Baby is reality rap. That's how I see it. Yeah, I heard about K Reno. I'm not into K Reno like that, but I've heard good things about K Reno, and people who I respect said that his pen was God tier. Immortal Technique is God tier. I remember hearing Immortal Technique, and he was so nice that I was intimidated. I was like, this nigga's too nice. He was going too hard. You know what I mean? Future is God tier of whatever that sound is that he created in Atlanta. He's God tier of that sound. Remember, this is a Dungeon Family graduate. He comes out of the Dungeon Family. You know what I mean? Hooks, verses, he's different. MF Doom was different, of course. You already know that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you come on. You know, Mr. Doomele was he was that dude. Tech Nine is that dude. Of course, Tech Nine is God tier. Max Biggerville, he's the wave god. He's the wave god. He brought the wave. He's the one who brought the sing-songy shit. He's the wave god. Nigga, they're riding Biggervelli's wave. The swag, the confidence. You feel me? Bro, shit is unmatched. Are you serious? They have not matched my Andre 3. Come on. Of course. Nigga. Absol, I remember when I heard Control Theory, I was blown away. 2012, God tier, all day. Before I got before Kendrick Lamar was able to really, I mean, I was on Kendrick and whatnot, but I was on Ab first. I was listening to Ab first. I was already Ab Soul made me a believer, bro. He made me believe in the West again. He made me a certified believer. Because, like I said, Ab Soul is a conscious God tier type of artist whose pen was going crazy. He had the delivery, he had the voice, he had the persona. He was a little mysterious. He was giving it to them, and it worked. I wish he comes out with something. Grand Pooba's a legend. Grand Pooba's a icon. Yeah, Grand Pooba was giving niggas dressing lessons. Grand Pooba is a different energy. Mos Def, of course. We don't even got to bring up the legends. We don't got to bring the legends up because we already know who the legends is. Who I didn't R.I.P. Tech Nine. I didn't RIP him, not me. I didn't say that. Maybe you're talking to somebody in the audience because the Tech Nine and battle rap made transition, but not this Tech Nine, the rapper. I didn't RIP him. Well, I saw an interview and Benny said that he gets his style from the battle rappers. You know what I mean? And Conway was rapping before all of them. So Conway, yeah, you hear Golden Era, you hear the Foundation in his bars because he comes from Foundation. He's listening to the same niggas that we all listen to. So his approach is not of a new era, he's of the old era. He's still repping the old era. That's why he's basically, is the Migos in the conversation? Like I said, they're in the same conversation. If they would be in the conversation for that Atlanta sound, they're in the conversation. They're on the fucking Mount Rushmore of the Atlanta sound. The Atlanta sound we know is not. It would be unfair of me to try to compare the Atlanta sound with the New York sound. It would be unfair for me to compare the Atlanta sound with the lyricists that come out of the West Coast and whatnot. It's a different algorithm. It's a different sound. It's a different, the game got its thing. You know what I mean? The game got its thing. See, I'm not that much into Young Thug, but everybody that I meet, people that I respect, right? Some people who have God tier pens and whatnot, they speak very highly of the of Young Thug's talent and whatnot. I'm not that familiar with it. I'm just keeping it 1,000 with you. I'm not familiar with it too tough. You know? But people that I respect, they give him that. So what can I say? You know what I mean? People say that he's super nice. You know? Ghostface Killer. Look, you don't have to bring up the legends. The legends are the legends. The legends are the legends. These are legends. You don't even have to bring. They already solidified. You don't have to hear me say it. They are solidified. I like Skyzoo. I just got to listen to him. You know? I like Skyzoo. I got to just listen to him. NYC is kind of jealous of the South, though. Why would you say that? Why would you say that? I like Money Man. Money Man got bars. Drake's pen. I like Money Man. I be posting Money Man the shit about I just got some Bitcoin. I fucks with Money Man. Gunna's nice. They got a flow, right? These are flows that we're talking about. Young Thug has a flow. Little Baby has a flow. Pop Smoke had a flow, right? Migos has a flow. Then they bring energy, and then they say that Takeoff is the best lyricist. Offset got the energy. Quavo got the harmonies. You niggas is out of your minds if you think that I'm being a club and that shit comes on and I'm not finna turn up. Straightening. I'm a dab on you niggas. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Load up the Drakes. You know what I mean? Like, what? Yeah, I like ESTG. When I go to Kentucky, I'm gonna try to run into him. You know? I like ESTG. Yeah, Stack Bundles. Stack Bundles was can Dave yes, Dave Ace. Yes, he needs to find his pocket. He needs to find his pocket. He should spar more with them Griselda boys. He needs to find his pocket because he was kind of all over the place. And them niggas down south was trying to capture that sound from down south. He needs to stay up. He needs to go up into New York State, go into Buffalo and rock and stay with the Griselda boys and sharpen your sword because they're gonna sharpen your sword. You gonna go in, you rock with them, your sword is gonna get nice. Your sword is gonna get nice. Yeah, Polo G went brazy on that album. He was wigging on his album. He was wigging on his album, you know? But y'all can say what y'all want to say about that boy. Yeah, Qadir Latif, that's my guy. That's my guy. You know what I mean? That's my guy. That's my guy. That's my guy. I don't think nobody coming out of the South is fucking with Little Baby. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it all around. Oh, you got your safe pile? Awesome, awesome. I'm going to show you something that happened this weekend. Yeah, Joey Badass is nice. You know, Joey Badass is nice. He's not. See, the thing is, a lot of the East Coast dudes are not as consistent as these down South dudes. You know what I mean? Drake don't write his bars. Who said Little Baby don't write his lyrics? Who write his lyrics for him? I didn't hear that one before. See, somebody say Jay Electronica better than Baby. That's not the same class. What is you talking about? You can't compare them. That is not the same pen. I try to explain. Go and do the research on algorithms, my genius. You go into Tower Records. Don't put all rap in one section. It's not the same section. You cannot compare the Atlanta sound to the other sounds that are coming from the South. Jay Electronica, you can't compare him to other niggas in Louisiana. What you gonna line him up against? NBA Youngboy? Who you gonna line him up against? The fucking big timers, my nigga? Who's he gonna line him up against? He's from New Orleans, but he's not a New Orleans artist like that. It's two different worlds. You gotta put him over with the East Coast spitters. He's a spitter. These are bar gods. This is they doing bars. These young niggas in Atlanta, they're not giving you bars. They're giving you the feeling. They the vibe. They're giving you a vibe. They're giving you flow. You know what I mean? This is for the clubs. How many fucking Jay Electronica songs you niggas turned up to in the club lately? Two different star systems. That's right. Some niggas is in Sirius and some niggas is in Orion. You know what I mean? You have to know the difference. And once I understood the difference, because I travel, you know what I mean? And I interject myself into different societies. You know what I mean? I interject myself into different type of cultures and whatnot. I'm able to respect those cultures. Because when you're on the outside looking in, you just like, oh, these niggas is garbage. You know what I mean? What we need is more, night spots that are playing music like Earth Gang and Starly and Black Thought and Jay Elec and Griselda. You're gonna try to compete with that at Magic City? You're gonna try to compete with that at 112? I don't even know if that shit is open anymore, but you know what I mean. You're gonna compete with that with Live on Sundays. These clubs are not. Stevie J, the DJ, is not gonna play our favorite backpack rappers. They're not gonna play the best of J. Cole. We have to build our own experience. And there's a huge fucking void for that. There's a huge void for that. You just can't wait to see them at Rolling Loud or, whatever backpacker. And there's a festival coming up in November. I'm going to be there. You know what I mean? If I'm lucky, I'll be on the stage. Nigga might bring me out and let me rock because it's my birthday weekend. But I'm going there. I'm going to get the name of it for you right now. I'm going there. I hit one of the artists up and was like, fam, gotta get me in there, bro. This shit right here. I mean, all of the festivals is lit. Rolling Loud look like it's gonna be crazy. And I don't really do festivals, but I think after surviving Corona, you know what I mean? It's my time to come outside. If I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna go to a festival. I'm gonna be in the non-vaccinated section. The shit gonna be mad fugazi and whatnot with no Wi-Fi. I'm gonna be in a non-vaccinated, not AC3, not A3, no. French Montana's trash. Fuck. You know what I mean? We can't give everybody their fucking flowers. And French Montana's trash. This is in Vegas. Day in Vegas. Friday, Kendrick Lamar's headlining. Saturday, Travis Scott. And Sunday, Tyler, the Creator. Pause. SZA, Little Uzi Vert, Snoop, and Allegra, and Don Toliver. Griselda, Sir, Earl the Sweat. It's just a bunch of niggas. Like, it's just all of these weirdos and the cool kids and, whatever. But I think I want to be there for that. I want to be there for that. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell Cambada, let's pull up. You know what I mean? I want to be there for that. They need to let me do, they need to let Red and Blue do China Flow. They need to let me do, what's my shit? Ride of the Valkyries. This is going to be my birthday weekend, November 12th to the 14th, 2021, Las Vegas Festival Grounds, right? This is going to be in Las Vegas, family, right? In the desert, my niggas. Fire. Shit is fire. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that's the festival that I want to pull up to. So if y'all are out there, go and look this up. Day in Vegas. And we gonna be in the building. We are definitely gonna be in the building. It's a plethora and a variety. You got trap rap, drill rap. This shit is like a Spotify fucking channel. You know what I mean? You got backpacker rap. You got avant-garde coke rap, because that's what Griselda is. Avant-garde coke rap. That's what they are. That's what Stove Cook is. That's what Stove God is. That's what Rock Marciano. That's what Griselda. Avant-garde coke rap. Niggas that sell coke and talk about coke, but also talk about paintings like, Basquiat and shit. Like, they put you on to avant-garde type shit. New designer that you never heard of and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? It's a class of people that's into shit like that. I'm not here to judge none of you niggas. I'm not here to judge nobody. Illuminati Congo. Yeah, I got a song with Illuminati. God tier. Wait till y'all hear Chicago Crypto spitting. Oh my goodness. I can't disrespect the God and play his music because he didn't co-sign me. He didn't tell me to do that, but wait till you hear what he got for you niggas. Like, low key. Yeah, Rob Report, Coke rap. Nah, it's not even Rob Report, because the Rob Report, yeah, Rome Streets is nice. Rome Streets is nice. AA put me on to him. It's not even Rob Report no more. It's just avant-garde. You know what I mean? These niggas in New York that wear the Rockefeller airplane hats. They doing prison reform. You know what I'm saying? They eating healthy. You know what I mean? They got smoothie bars and whatnot. They do the shots. They be at the veggie bar, they be at the juice bar doing shots. You know what I mean? They drink Seymour's, but they listen to coke rap. You know what I'm saying? These are the children of Styles P. You know what I mean? These are like Styles P's children. They listen to Jadakiss. They listen to the Locks. These niggas worship Jay-Z. You know what I'm talking about? They pay homage to the big homie. That's what I'm talking. These are the crowds, because I'm in my 40s. I know it doesn't look like that. We'll talk about that later. And some of these niggas are in their 50s and they're in their 40s. And this is what we grew up listening to. We grew up listening to DJ Clue, Illuminati. We grew up listening to Best of Jay-Z, everything Hove. We all got our heart broken when they killed fucking Biggie in LA. We got to get you niggas back for that. You know what I'm talking about? Somebody got to pay for that. And, that's what the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, you can't change nobody's musical taste. You can't. I will never disrespect any of you niggas' ears and whatnot and try to down talk the people that you niggas grew up. You have your memories of the first time that you heard these musicians and whatnot. Music is not evil. Some of that shit is low vibrational, but so is porn, nigga. And I don't see you niggas rallying about I don't see you niggas putting porn on the stake. So is fucking some of the Robert De Niro movies, nigga. So is half of fucking Netflix. You know what I mean? It's low vibrational shit. They got Nickelodeon commercials, nigga. Let me show you this. Like, there's low vibrational stuff everywhere. But if you an alchemist, you could turn some low vibrational shit into something other than. Okay? You just have to be creative. You know what I mean? It's the proverbial turning lead into gold, or pig guts into chitlins. You know what I mean? You have to learn how to flip this shit. Don't be a victim, my niggas. Don't be a victim. Be a victor. We don't do victimhood over here too easy, my niggas. We don't do that over here. We grab the bull by the horns and we ride that shit. You feel me? We grab the bull by the horn and we ride the bull. Pause. You know? See, they go to this. They put me on to, got me with the with the motherfucking Basquiat's in the crib. You know what I mean? But what am I looking for? I'm gonna show you something. This is a report that came out because it's Pride Month, right? So there was a report that came out in the Business Insider, right? This is a refutable. Yeah, Slum Village was always the nigga. Slum Village was I loved Slum Village. I love Slum Village. Low conscious, low conscious is low vibration. To be honest with you, low conscious is low vibration. We are surrounded. We are engulfed. We're in America. This shit is all about murder, death, and killing, and all kinds. This shit is bloody. You know what I mean? They took this shit in blood. Where you gonna be in America where you gonna hide from these frequencies? Where you gonna be in America where you gonna hide from the smoke? Where you gonna be in America where you gonna hide from violence? This is the American way. It's called balance. It's a fucking animal right now. Roadkill. I was traveling to New York earlier. It was all this roadkill. I mean, god damn it. I'm talking about guts and fucking and brains on the highway. You know what I mean? Animals is in the Serengeti tearing each other up right now. There's a fucking shark eating a whale right now. Like, this is what this is an animal planet, my nigga. Somebody lied to you. Everything on this planet is killing each other right now. Everything on this planet is trying to get something to eat, my niggas. And nobody is bringing a fucking lion a plate of sirloin steak. You know what I mean? With fucking Salt Bay coming out there to sprinkle the salt. Did you order salt? You know what I mean? Nobody's doing that. It's only the humans that are able to have that type of situation. But, not us per se, because I know all of you niggas are vegan and whatnot, but 7 times out of 10, somebody's getting served up some shit that's dead. So conscious music, cool. I'm with it. I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Let's play Black Thought all fucking day. You feel me? Let's do that. But what's your definition of that? What artist is out here rhyming on the motherfucking God frequency? Which artist is out here spitting and his shit is on binaural beats? We live on an animal planet. So I'm aware of the frequency that this planet is vibrating on. It's kill or be killed on this planet. Do you know that? You try going into the motherfucking Serengeti right now with your goddamn with your prayer beads and you're just like, you're just walking around at night with no flashlight, like doo doo doo, and you got some fucking frankincense and myrrh oil on. Nigga, you're food. Something is finna come and get you. You know what I'm talking about? So check this out. Let's talk about agendas, because agendas still exist inside of the low vibrational frequencies. And what I wanted to do is to highlight the fact that we have an opportunity to raise the frequency. I feel that we witness and we experience some of the things that we experience in this quote unquote human existence, which is about death and rebirth and death again, because we don't have what it is that I just brought up, which is more higher vibrations, right? We're not actively creating that. We want it to be created for us, or we want to just reach out and fucking find it somewhere. And I'm like, no, my niggas, why don't we create that shit? If we know what we want, we know what we want, we know what we need. We're smart enough and wise enough, and we're more intelligent, I feel, than people who came before us. We're a little more savvier with technology. We could get it done, right? We could get it done. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to lie to ourselves and make it seem like we're living in the quote unquote Christian version of heaven and whatnot, because that would be a fucking lie. Because that's not what this planet is about, my nigga. We're in what is known as Malkuth. We're on the planet Earth. This is a quote unquote a dualistic binary planet, right? It's dealing with life and death, left and right, male and female, okay? Good and evil, red and blue. That's what this shit. That's what this is. That's what this is. Where when you born, you crying and shit. You're not smiling. You're not saying whoop-de-doo, my nigga. You're fucking crying. You're like, why did I come here? God damn it. Here again, niggas. Like, I'm back in this bitch. You know what I mean? This is Rikers Island. You know? This is Rikers Island. Obviously, there has to be other planes of existence where this carnage and this motherfucking quest to stay alive does not exist. And when you get born, you're fucking happy and you're smiling and whatnot and you're singing songs. But this is not that. I hate to give it to you the hard way.
Bang, 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 bang.
This is a prison planet. This is Malkuth. Go and study the Kabbalah. This is at the bottom of the quote unquote tree of life. This is at the bottom. This is the kingdom. This is the motherfucking soot, my nigga. This is the bottom of the ocean. Do you know at the bottom of the ocean is where all of the treasure is? Do you know at the bottom of the ocean is the richest soil? Or the riches? That's where the riches fall to. At the bottom, at the quote unquote, at the base. We're at the base. We're at the base of this bitch. Base music. That's why at the bottom of the map, which happens to be Miami, right? Jeezy said it. He's at the bottom of the map. The bottom of the map is Florida, right? You know, that bass. That's why they're heavy into the bass music, because that's the bass. That's bass energy. That's red chakra energy. That's the base of it. That's why there's a lot of ass shaking and things of that nature. And everywhere, Texas, everywhere at the bottom. The root, like your grandmama would say, the root. Can you embrace it? Everybody's going there to the root to party. You know what I mean? To enjoy themselves. Niggas is not running to Vermont to turn up. You know what I'm talking about? People is not going to Vermont to release. You know what I mean? They not going to Vermont to see some ass shaking and to see some pretty women. They going to the rut. And because a lot of us are wrapped up in religion, programming, not spiritual programming, because spiritual programming it has a skeleton key, will help release you out of these prisons that we are that we've been put into by the programming of organized religion and shit like that to tie us down and whatnot. And we don't even realize it. We're so judgmental. We're so afraid of the dark. We're so afraid of the red chakra. We're so afraid of lust and things of that nature. But it was told to me that that the same card for lust is the same card for strength. You have to become a master of it. But if you run from it, how could you master it? You know? But yes, I do agree. The waves that roll up on the beach, but those waves on this plane of existence, you can't take those away. The only thing that you could do is create a bigger wave right? To basically swallow that wave. So we have to create a bigger frequency. We have to create a more dynamic frequency. We have to create a more frequency that's based in love, because the only thing that's going to defeat the lower frequency on this planet is true love, the love frequency. We have to learn to love ourselves. We have to learn to love the gifts and the talents that we were bestowed with. We have to learn to love ourselves first. We have to learn to love people who look like us. We have to learn to love the shit that we were given. Motherfuckers don't love the fucking nose that they were born with. They don't love the lips that they were born with. Let's look at each other while we talk about this. You know what I mean? They don't love they don't love their genital sizes. You know what I mean? They don't love their breast. They don't love the size of their buttocks. You feel me? Motherfuckers don't love their chin. You know, all of this stupid shit. So we don't respect others because we don't have respect for ourselves. We think that we got cheated. Oh, when God was giving out good looks, he fell asleep on me. Stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? We don't love our creations. We don't love our seeds and whatnot. You feel me? We don't love our race because they told us that we were subservient and that we were worthless and we added nothing to the conversation. They fucking hoodwinked us and they lied to us. Black people, I feel that we have the strongest hate energy on this planet of any motherfucking race. Even though we are the most compassionate and loving people, we are carrying the burden of hate in our heart. People say that white people hate us and whatnot. I feel that white people, I think white people love the condition that they put us in more than they hate us. White people love power. White people lust power. They love blood. They love bloodletting. They love to shed blood. They love to be in power. They love to pillage. They love to rape. They love to burn. That's their love. And they're into that shit, niggas. You know what I mean? They all into it. You know what I mean? They exercise and they love. They love power. They love dominance. You feel me? They love the fact that we hate ourselves. They love the fact that they have hoodwinked us and given us a motherfucking God that don't look like us. And by worshiping that God creates hatred. You know what I mean? Because now you look at something outside of yourself and you love that shit more than you love yourself, whereas you supposed to be loving your motherfucking self, or you supposed to love the blood in your veins, which are your ancestors and things of that nature. You feel me? You're supposed to love your culture, your tribal culture. Niggas don't even know what tribes they from. They think they niggas. And they may be true. It might be true that niggas are niggas, because niggas are, like Blue Pill said, are a new creation on this planet, one of the newest species, right? And once they mixed them bloods and whatnot, and they took away niggas' memories, they created a whole new breed of human beings. And you're not an African. You damn right about that. And you're not an Indian either. You're a nigga. And there's a large contingency of our people who qualify the same way that they grafted a whole bunch of animals and created a pig, they created a nigga. And it's a bunch of people out here that are niggas and they don't have no history. The history that they have come off of a sex farm. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's why it's so hard for people to relate to these older tribes that we throwing at them. Blackfoot, Seminole, or, the original names that come before that. Niggas is like, I don't know what you talking about. That's not me. From Alabama, nigga. My great granny was a fucking cotton picker. That's who I is. I eat pigs, nigga. And I hate niggas. We have a lot of hatred. The food that we eat is filled with hate. Them fucking chickens know that they're in a slaughterhouse, and so do them cows and shit like that. They know that they know that they're in prison. They know that they're slaves. They know that they're being slaughtered by the dozens, by the minutes. A motherfucking cow is being fondled for his milk and whatnot by a nigga that's not a cow. How's that? And you think that whatever that pus that's coming out is healthy? You are what you eat. They raising these fish on fish farms. You think fish don't talk, my nigga? Fish is like, fam, we're not in the ocean. What do you mean? Nigga, Nemo. Nigga, we're being eaten, nigga. Like, are you serious? The pigs that are on the pig farm, the cows that are grazing and whatnot. You think while they're farting and they're mooing and they're eating grass, they're not telling each other, if you could get the fuck out of here, nigga, do that. Because you and me are finna be steak in a minute. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. The little chickens, they know that you taking their babies and making fucking boiled eggs with them. They know this. Don't disrespect the animal kingdom. They have wisdom. The plants know that you niggas are chopping them up. The avocados know that he's about to be on somebody's plate. The exotic fruits know that Shaka Bars is about to fucking sell them to people, call it fruits and roots. Yeah, they're aware of that. You know what I mean? They're aware of that. Because one minute the plants are conscious, they're knowledgeable, you know what I mean? You could, and all of this other shit. And then the next minute, oh, I'm plant-based. I don't eat animals. Nigga, you eat fucking you don't think them fruits is alive? Are we saying some type of prayers? Are we saying some type of, heal? Are we blessing our foods in certain type of ways? The language that we use is not conducive. This English language, the etymology and what, it's a lot of things that we have to unlearn and deal with if we want to really focus on higher frequencies. You know? So it's just not me saying it. The animals are literally being raped and tortured in the slaughterhouses. That's what one of my spiritual teachers said. It's not far-fetched. Look at the company that the hackers just hacked. They just hacked one of the biggest meat companies, JBL, I believe, out of Brazil. I saw a series on them on Netflix years ago. They are pieces of shit. All right? This place that the hackers hacked. The hackers were going to reveal. The hackers hacked into their quote unquote system, and the hackers were about to leak documents. And JDL paid them $15 million or seven. They paid them a large ransom. It was ransomware. The hackers are hacking shit, and then they're taking the money. They're like, yo, pay me the ransom, or we're gonna leak all of your information with your emails and shit. They was like, don't do it. They paid them whatever they was asking. Them people got something to hide. All of them all them damn animals with cancer and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I was going to show you. That they just had a report come out, and they said that the cartoons that we were watching as children and our children's they were watching, they said Bugs Bunny, Ursula, and Asimi Sato are 3 of the 259 LGBTQ characters found in the cartoons. Queer culture has historically been present in this space, but small screen LBGT representation both exploded and shifted over the past decade, right? LBGTQ characters in children's cartoon in particular have increased in frequency, nuance, and overtness. What began as subtextual inclusion has shifted to discrete representation. Go and research that word. Subtextual inclusion, right? Subtly. They were subtly sneaking it in there. It was subtextual. It was almost like, Bugs Bunny is cross-dressing. Bugs Bunny is kissing niggas. Bugs Bunny is doing that. Because they was like, what about Babs Bunny? I was like, what about bisexual, my nigga? Fuck are you talking about? Bugs Bunny was out there kissing niggas. So the subtextual context was to say, well, shit, what other man will kiss another man, right? That's the subtextual inclusion. But now they said it's more discreet, meaning that we're putting it in your face. In 1983, Super Ted, a show about a teddy bear with superpowers, debuted the first implicit, gay character. After that, just 7 shows featuring LBGT characters were released in the 1990s. That right? 11 were produced in the 2000s and 48 in the 2010s. Okay. People like, oh, what agenda? What are you talking about? From 2017 to 2019 alone, we found a 222% increase in representations of LGBTQ identity. In 2019, a total of 74 newly debuted or confirmed LGBT. Pardon me, I'm hacking up the alphabets. Pardon me, guys. LGBTQ characters made their way to the screen. So these are the top 10 shows featuring the most LGBTQ characters. Remember, this article is Business Insider. You have to pay subscriptions for Business Insider. They're not out here. This is not the National Enquirer. This is a legitimate publications. Okay. Steven Universe, 39. Shira and the Princess of Power, 23, right? Craig of the Creek, 13. I don't even know a lot of these because this is not my era. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, 5. Okay. After more than 6 months of researching this Insider's database, okay, this Insider's is what it was, not Business Insider. This Insider's database of 259 LGBTQ characters is now available for fans, TV lovers, kids, and parents. It's the first time ever inclusion has been tracked in a database of this kind, right? I'm just a reporter. I'm here to give you the news and whatnot. I'm just giving you an update about what's going on in the cartoon world based off of what they came forward and said, right? That's what I'm just sharing with you. I'm not here to judge nobody. I'm not even going to get into that bag. You feel me? I'm just giving you the news as it was presented to me, right? So you have the opportunity now to say, you know what? I think I want to show my children some cartoons that are going to be a little more representative about the things that I'm into. But look at this. This was years ago.
It's a concentrated, thought-out effort to not have a young generation so strong and so beautiful.
And black men have stood by for a very, very long time and been humiliated by the system. He can understand me. He has always been like made to feel he's below.
These is our women.
So he needs a woman to keep on pushing.
These is our wives.
About redefinition. And if we have to deal with that, then let's redefine our own culture and stop being a subculture. Stop worrying about the man. That's deifying him. Who is the man?
I think that we have to get rid of the illusions. We have to get rid of the poisons. We have to get rid of the lies. And one way to do that is expose it and dissect it. The other way, if we create a new life, a new value system, and live it as an example.
That's what I'm talking about.
That would probably be the best way. Because then people could see it as a living thing.
Sometimes I worry that it's a concentrated, thought-out effort to not have a young generation so strong and so beautiful.
These were the baddies back then.
Black men have stood by for a very, very long time and been humiliated by.
That's Lena Horne, the first one.
He can understand me. He has always been like made to feel he's below the next man. So he needs a woman to keep on pushing.
Right? They wasn't talking about what these cartoons is talking about. They was talking about making our own reality, and they was talking about fire burn that shit. That's what they were saying. Look at what Shahrazad Ali is talking about.
We have a man who everybody hate. We hate him. His mama hate him. His family hate him. The white police hate him. The regular white men and white women hate him. This is a man who is hated by everyone. The only solace that God made for him was us. And when he comes to us and can't get any sanctuary at all, then he don't have no life. And then they win, because what they want to do is to destroy him and make us think that we are better than him, so that we will help the enemy destroy our own man that God gave to us. We have the best man on earth. Everybody want him. He looked better than everybody. He's stronger than everybody. He is the best, the wisest, and the most beautiful.
That's
now,
right.
Of course, many of our men have been tricked by the enemy too. But since we are the mothers.
That's right. You know what I'm talking about? That's right. Now look at where we at. Right? And once again, like I said, I ain't here to judge. I'm here to smudge though, but I ain't here to judge. Right? What the fuck is that about? You know what I'm talking about? What's that about? Look at this.
I'm Carla, I'm 44, and this is my daughter. I'm Rakia, I'm 26 years old, and we live in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Shout out to Alabama.
I don't have any lotion. Bring some with you. My mother is the most important person in the world to me. I can lean on her. I can depend on her for anything, and I appreciate that. Like, I really, really do.
Y'all can't hear it?
I mean, everything. Watch a movie together, cook together. It's working. She's the first person I see when I wake up and the first thing I see when I lay down. I couldn't imagine my life without my mom being in it. It would ruin me. I wouldn't know what to do, how to function. I would lose a part of myself, and I don't even want to imagine that. I've had people say that we're too close. Point blank. And I was like, what? I don't see why they feel like our relationship is like so bizarre or weird. Okay, you got to spread it open a little bit. Yeah. This side is going down, but I can't tell. I probably should have did it before I put it on there. My mother and I have been waxing each other for quite some time now. Oh my God. This time, let me know when you're about to rip it. Okay, count. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, that was a good one. Goodness gracious. Those are some coarse ones. Gee. It shocks people if we share the things that we do. I showed her my first sex tape about 2 years ago. I showed her my first sex tape maybe a year ago. I was like, hey, I want to spice things up. I bought this outfit, you know. What kind of positions do you think I should do, or what do you think we should do? And she was just like, oh, girl, prop your leg up in this angle. Maybe your back should have been a little bit more arched in this position. Yes, I had one significant other in the past that knew that I shared the video with my mom, and he was like, you guys are sick. Lotion. Oh, really cute. It's smooth. Girl, it's a big It's smooth like a baby again. Yeah, thank you. I'm proud that I created her. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. It makes me feel wonderful to love on her. She's here, I'm here. You have to live every day like it's your last, and that's what I'm going to do with my daughter.
So, like I said, I'm not here to judge, but I am here to smudge. You know what I mean? I will smudge your ass. You know, some people need some smudging. You know what I'm talking about? That's a long way. Like I said, I showed the black and white video with Lena Horne and what would be considered the baddies of those days. You know how they got IG models that are like influencers and baddies, and whatever they say goes these days. They're considered to be at the top of the pyramid of the hierarchy. Well, Lena Horne and some of those women were probably considered to be the top of the hierarchy in those days. And we heard what they said, right? We heard what they said. Right? We heard their sentiments about what they wanted to do for their men. We heard them say that we want to unplug from the system and we want to build our own type of reality. That's what we heard them say. It wasn't orchestrated. You didn't hear no white people asking them, how do you feel? Or these were these women speaking from their hearts, right? And this is how they felt, and they expressed themselves. Fast forward to Shahrazad Ali, and she's even ringing the alarm, and she's even saying, look, our men, the Lena Horne and them was identifying the fact that they're men, but this is before feminism took over. They're identifying the fact that their men are the most hated, right? They're identifying the fact that there's an agenda. They were identifying an agenda. They were pointing out that there's an agenda. Our men are being humiliated. Our men are the most hated. There's a war going on outside, and damn near everybody is against these men. So even if these men stumble, even if these men are getting knocked down and whatnot, these men are going to need somebody to ride with them, because if we are to pull away our support from these men, then they're going to get Peter rolled. And what you're going to see later on in society is the fallout from a war that was lost. A fallout from a war that was lost. And what was the war that the enemy was able to implement? And I brought it up before. It's chemicals. It was the chemical warfare. They put the chemicals in the motherfucking food. They put the chemicals in the hood. And the first chemical that they put in the hood was the heroin. You see that in the series Godfather of Harlem. And for all of the niggas that was in love with American Gangster, with that piece of shit Frank Lucas and that piece of shit Nicky Barnes, all of those people are enemies of the state because they were in bed with the enemy and they helped destroy a motherfucking culture. Right? So the chemical war that was bestowed upon our people, one of the first weapons of mass destruction was heroin. They called it King Heroin. Go and ask your people about it. You know what I mean? It was a fucking plague. It was it was an opiate. It was a plague. The same fucking opiate that crushed China. The same opiate that folded up. What was the other country that got folded up by the opiates? You know what I mean? There was another country that got folded up. But they came and they dropped that shit on our people. And then after that, they dropped the fucking crack on our people. Nancy Reagan looking like a crackhead talking about, just say no. Bitch, you look like you just said yes. How dare you? You remember Nancy Reagan? Nancy Reagan looking like a full fiend telling niggas just say no. And you know the mind state of black people, especially the children. If you're going to tell them just say no, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. Just say no. What this bitch saying no to? Crack? What's that? It just raised people's awareness about it. People wasn't even thinking about crack too tough. When this fucking when Skeletor came on the screen talking about just say no, while her husband was making it snow in the hood, snowfall with Oliver North and these niggas when they were bringing in fucking mad crack and bricks in the hood, that created another weapon of mass destruction. These are chemicals, my friend. They didn't dump mushrooms on you niggas. You feel me? They didn't dump hemp on you niggas. They didn't dump marijuana. They dumped crack cocaine that was made in a lab. Free base it started out at. This is chemical warfare. So the chemical warfare was able to drive a wedge between the quote unquote the nucleus, the nuclear family, and the nucleus, the proton, electron, neutron. Y'all hit that Cash App and that like button. You know what I mean? Fuck with me. Let me know that you fuck with this conversation. Show some, show the love in the way the love is shown. You know what I'm talking about? They dropped these bombs on us. They fucked around with our magnetism. They began to pull us apart, and then feminism etched his way in there after they knocked our leaders off. Because if Martin Luther King was alive, if Malcolm X was alive, if the Panthers and certain other leaders of ours were alive, feminism wouldn't even have the opportunity to sink its fangs in the necks of our women and whatnot, because they would have put a stop to that with their intellect. You are dealing with intellectual warfare, propaganda, and things of that nature. The majority of wars, 90% of a war is deception. Okay, so when you got Gloria Steinem and all of them, they were able to infiltrate through deception. They were able to infiltrate through propaganda, and they began to drive wedges against our people. Now, as they began to do that, what was the other side doing? They were introducing our people to pornography. Right, that was the small hats in San Fernando Valley, 42nd Street with the peep shows, Deep Throat, and all of that stuff. They were able to begin. Larry Flint. What's this dude? This pedophile. What's his name? What's the dude from Playboy? Hugh Hefner. You feel me? All of these degenerates were able to now interject and start introducing our people into perversion and things of that nature. The shit that they were getting ran out of countries and getting pogromed and burned at the stake for, they was able to introduce that to our people. You understand? Prostitution, selling one's body, selling one's precious temple and shit like that. You feel me? And then everybody wanted to be a drug dealer after Superfly and shit like that. And then Scarface came along. Everybody wanted to be a drug dealer. Niggas didn't want to be revolutionaries anymore. They didn't want to be motherfucking scholars anymore. You know what I'm talking about? They wanted to be gangbangers. So you get the rise of the Crips and the Bloods. You get the rise. You had gangs before, but now these gangs wanted to be into illegal activities like pimping, prostitution, extortion, racketeering, and shit, things like that. So that drove a further wedge against the people. You out here selling the black woman? You making that shit your fucking you know what I mean? Nigga, that's your career? You know what I'm talking about? That's your career, selling women to honkies. Remember, the name honky comes from a white man honking his horn when he was coming to pick up something that he shouldn't have it. He shouldn't even been able to spend dollars on shit because it's so precious. That's the black woman. You feel me? That's the black woman. There shouldn't even be a price. Now it's $40 on Cash App, niggas. It shouldn't even have been a price because the black woman's womb should be priceless. How dare you niggas put a price on it? That's where hunkies come from, honking the horn. So our men were selling our women to our enemies. We were doing that on a plantation. It started there. You know what I'm talking about? And then it petered off into the streets. After you niggas got, after the Juneteenth, where they told you niggas that you was free when you was free for years, and you know what I mean? The fucking messenger pigeon didn't arrive and tell you was free, and after that, you still was carrying on and selling your women to these people. You think the ancestors is pleased with that? You know, big meat sentence got reduced while we're talking about this. Yeah, go figure. Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang.
So it's of no surprise why we are in the predicament that we were in. Pimping was respected in Detroit in the late 80s, but the Nation of Islam was putting pimps in a garbage can with their heads missing back in the 70s. The Nation of Islam was putting pimps in their rightful place. The Nation of Islam was making pimps disappear, right? And there was also other black militant groups that were making pimps disappear. They were putting them in trunks and whatnot, and you never seen them again. Later on down the line, these Panthers, these same type of Panthers that are coming home after doing 40 years, get out your fucking calculators and do the math as to why did they give Panthers 40 years? Why are there black men that are coming home who was doing like 35 years in a box and shit like that? Nigga did a straight 35 in a box. Who are these political prisoners? These political prisoners were what was considered in those days the conscious people. Who did they let live? They let the woke niggas of those days live. Jesse Jackson was living, all of those, Angela Davis, those were the wokes. Those would be considered to be the Black Lives Matters of those days. Those were the characters that were in front of the camera who dominant society or the mainstream media pushes in front of you through the textbooks and all of these stupid shit these days with their fucking documentaries and their fake ass biopics and whatnot. And you think that they was the ones that was lit, the ones that was lit, like the Assata Shakurs, the Shakur families and all of that. They'll never say their names. They're not going to give you no documentaries about them. They wasn't talking about those people in school. Them niggas don't have holidays. They were under the jail. They were being killed like Fred Hampton. They were being targeted for execution. Fear of a Black and More Messiah, my nigga. That's them. Matudu Shakur. Say their names. Geronimo Pratt. Umia. You know what I'm talking about? These people were being targeted for execution. These people were being targeted. That's you won't hear their names and whatnot. They were being targeted. They were being murdered. They were being hit. They were being chased down. They were exiled. There's a whole bunch of them in Africa, in Cuba. Asada's not the only one who had to run. There's a whole bunch of them. My father gave me a whole list of names. Are you serious? Jeff Fort in Chicago. When he was when he was about to do something with Gaddafi, and Gaddafi was about to give him a few $1 million, and they came in and put his ass under the jail. You know what I mean? Talking about he was trying to blow up the Sears building and all of that. Come on, man. The militants didn't get the shine. The woke niggas did. The messy Jessies and whatnot. And then you get the Al Sharptons later on, the fucking rat, a federal agent. And then and now it's Charlemagne and the fucking Get Along, Go Along gang. It's the same niggas.
Bang, 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 bang.
Dom the Monko. Dom the Monko.
Even when they snatched up Larry Hoover.
Face first.
Even when they snatched up Larry Hoover.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
You know what I mean?
Shit like that.
A lot of the leaders, a lot of the people who had the leadership qualities and whatnot, they were compromised. And then they let the knuckleheads lead shit. You niggas saw The Wire and other little things. Like, you know how this shit works. You saw every fucking episode of Gangland. It's the same story all of the time. They take the head of the snake and the motherfucking snake goes crazy. And then they let these young niggas run rampant and kill each other. Elders for counsel, youth for war. But the youth, if you put the youth in charge and you throw them in a situation where millions of dollars are being made monthly and what, they're gonna go crazy. They don't have no fucking leaders. They don't have no real OGs. They don't have that you know, they don't have the heads of the corporations to run shit organized. So it becomes disorganized. Look at the fucking mafia when they knocked off all of the old heads, when John Gotti bird ass knocked off you know, the big boss man and shit like that, and the young niggas started taking over, the shit started going crazy. It ran rampant. Women were the first madams. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Think about it. So we have a long history, and I'm sure I could show you documented footage to where the conversation changed and people got compromised and strong voices got silenced. And then they started doing these dances. And then it started only being about the money and the fame. Niggas was chasing fame in that fucking camera, right? They didn't have social media back then. So you had to dance a certain type of dance in order to get on the Ed Sullivan show or to sit with Johnny Carson and all of this fuck shit. You had to be down with the with the motherfucking with the Bussy gang in Hollywood, Richard Pryor and all of these comedians who was letting white boys run through them. You know what I mean? You had to be a hoe. You had to be on a pole, like I just showed you them women that was on a pole. Because everybody talk about sexual liberation, but I'm talking about a pimp and a whole relationship. I don't give a fuck. When I'm looking at hoes, you got to identify where's the pimp in the equation. Who's the pimp, my nigga? Who's the one that's running that shit? Who's the one that benefits off of all of that? Who's the string puller? Because in all relationship, there's a pimp and a hoe. There's a parasite in a host relationship. That's just human activity. Don't talk about, oh, let me be a free hoe. All right, cool. Where's your pimp? I want to talk to that nigga. Who's your pimp? And now everybody, I'm my own pimp. Well, let me talk to you then. You think that you're the own pimp on OnlyFans. No, the nigga that owns OnlyFans is the pimp. Fuck is you saying? You're the hoe. I'm making my own money. No, bitch, you're a renegade. You're the hoe. And the nigga who owns OnlyFans, he's the pimp. You're not him. This is not your platform. So you don't have to hear it from me. I played you Lena Horne. She was the baddest of the baddest back then, right? She will be considered top tier right now. I played you the Lena Horne with the other sisters talking that talk. I could play you more stuff. I played you the video with Shahrazad Ali schooling the other queens and whatnot. I don't hear nobody talking the way that she talks. I'm sorry. And no offense to anybody. I don't hear I don't hear that. I don't hear that. Nobody's talking like that. I ain't hear that type of talk in fucking decades, bro. I don't hear that. I hear shit, but it ain't that. Not that ain't Ralph though. I hear people talking, but it ain't that Ralph though. It ain't what she's saying. It don't hit my heart chakra the same way. And that's no offense to no women out there advocating for black men, but I don't hear that. They need to sit at her feet if they want to learn what the fuck she learned so people could carry that tradition because, she's been doing this for a very long time. I don't hear that. And no offense, I don't hear that. And women could say the same thing, that they don't hear that either coming out of the mouths of black men when they profess their unconditional, undying love and a protection and thing. If they say, yo, I don't hear that, well, we need to work on this. We need nurturing, bro. We need to heal too. We're not robots. We're not robots. We are not ice cold. We're not robots. We're not made out of steel. We got arrows in our back, swords in the side of us, spears in the side of us. We got gunshot wounds, holes in our fucking head. Like, we are out here wounded warriors. We are wounded warriors. We need healing. Okay? We need healing. It is imperative. We got feelings, bro. It's but so much that we can take. We could absorb a lot. We're like a prize fighter going, we could take hits to the head. We could take body shots. I was looking at the UFC, my nigga Israel, Izzy. He was doing the leg. He was chopping the Italian boy in the legs. He was chopping the shit out of him. We could take a lot of chops, but sooner or later, bro, we're going to fall if we get chopped down too much. You know what I mean? If you could walk a day in my shoes and feel the weight that I got on my shoulders, I could walk a day in your high heels and feel the weight on your shoulders. Pause. You know what I mean? I'm sure that it's wild heavy with all of the cat calling and the way that other women look at you and the fact that you may be fearful around black men and maybe white men as well. There's a lot of shit going on, but I don't want to, once again, I don't want to trauma bond with you. I don't want to try to compare my trauma to yours because we both going through it. But we need some healing from some sincere women. Okay? Sincerity is the key word. Keyword sincerity. And y'all need to know that we're sincere as well. You know? Because it's real in the field. You know? It's real in the field. And if we can't afford either one of us to get taken off of the battlefield. We can't afford it. We can't afford it. Nobody can afford it. It's already super ugly. Can't afford it. Y'all can't afford us to get taken off the field. And we definitely can't afford y'all to get taken off the field. You get taken off the field, where you going? You going back to inside of the house with the Caucasian to do what? Sweep his floors? You just gonna be subservient again? You going back to that? You are you going retrograde on us? You can't be his wife. You can't be his mother. Who the fuck lied to you? You can't be her. You could only be the glorified help. You can only be the glorified help. That's the only thing that you can be in that situation. You're not her. Who lied to you? You're not Becky, nor are you Karen. So where are you going? And for you niggas, you Shannon Sharps and all of you, where you going? You're going to leave your woman on the battlefield and do what? Go sit on a rocking chair on the porch with your Becky? Where are you going? You have nowhere to go, especially you, black man. You have nowhere to go. You could go with your white boyfriend and whatnot. They just going to put you in a mason jar. You could go with your white woman and whatnot. You still getting put in a mason jar. And you a traitor. And nobody respects a traitor. Where you want to go? There's nowhere that you can go. Oh, let's go to Brazil and marry some women. Let's go to DR. You're not even where you gonna go there? You don't have no throne over there. You think them niggas is trying to see you come over there and capitalize off of their women? They're gonna start packing you niggas up soon. Where you going? You going to Asia, nigga? You going to Anchor Wat, nigga? Chasing some WAP? Where you going? We have nowhere to turn. We have nowhere to go. We have nowhere to run. We better learn how to run towards each other and get off of this hatred and this hurt and these pedestals. You feel me? Holding on to all of this hate, hearts mad heavy, all of this trauma, all of this abuse that we went through as fucking children, our childhood trauma, the fact that we hate our parents and all of this crazy shit. We got to get off of all of that. We got to get off of all of that. And I don't know how. We better figure it out. We smart. Niggas is in designer, right? Use your designer mind, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Use your fucking exotic minds. You got an exotic weave. You should have an exotic brain too. You know what I mean? You better tap into something and figure this shit out, because we need to come up with an algorithm and we need to solve some problems, because we got 999 problems these days. And we can do it. I do feel we can. We do. We definitely can. It has to reflect in our art. So going back to what I was saying earlier about the frequency in the music, yeah, it has to get turned up. We could wallow in the mud, but we sick. We could wallow in the mud. We could wallow in the mud. We could get dirty. We could get all of that, but we still need a higher expression, a higher vibration, a more sincere expression. We need to have a more higher frequency when we deal with each other on a love frequency, like how the soul music sound, the same music that Lena Horne and them was listening to, that type of frequency, those messages, those men, you know what I mean? The love that you heard in their voices and in their hearts and whatnot when they sang to their women, you know what I'm talking about? And falsetto and all of that. We need to go back to that. That's the revolution that we need to revolve back into. If you niggas want to go Sankofa, we should figure out what the fuck was the love freak. We need to put the chemicals down. We need to put the chemicals down. We need to get off of the motherfucking opiates. We need to get off of these drugs and whatnot. We need to fight our lustful demons. We need to master our lower selves and shit like that. We need to get off of the chemicals. Nigga, you're hurting. The Percocets is not gonna help. You need to face your pain. You're hurting. Nigga, that bottle that you drinking, that ain't gonna help, my nigga. Are you dumb? That's fucking up your whole insides. Are you dumb? That's temporary. That's an illusion. That's the Matrix. Are you fucking dumb? That ain't it. You better chew on some mushrooms, or you better find out about that toad medicine, or that ayahuasca. They got the fucking tools, nigga. You gotta find a toolbox. I'm not too cool to cry and throw up and fucking defecate if I need to in front of a group of people if I'm healing. I have to put that point of being, oh, my ego. I will have to tuck my ego and just go for it. And just go for it. I'm not that cool to whereas, you know, I won't look like Tyrone Biggums, you know what I'm saying, after a long fucking healing session. It is what it is. You got to do what you got to do. And these people got to get from the middle of us. We keep putting these people in the middle of us. We keep putting strangers. You're not invited to the barbecue. Let me show you something. This is my message before I get out of here. Stop inviting these people to our barbecues. Stop inviting them to our conversations. Stop inviting them to our healing sessions. Stop inviting them to shit that's sacred, because we need to work on us right now. And that's no disrespect to anybody. But let Umar tell it.
Everybody talking about racism. Nobody wants to talk about how to fix it. If y'all black people start inviting us to the cookout, you are not invited. You are not coming in there. Everybody talking about racism. Nobody wants to talk about how to fix it. If y'all black people start inviting us to the cookout, you are not invited. You are not coming in there.
That's right, Umar. Get that nigga that word. Hold your own nuts. For my European brothers and sisters, salute to y'all. The brothers and sisters that are in the community and they're doing their work and whatnot, salute to y'all. You know what I mean? You know I fuck with you. You know what I'm talking about? But y'all should be healing as well. And y'all should be also facilitating your own healing circles and whatnot, so you could deal with that white guilt and other things that may be hurting you. But please respect our space. Please respect the fact that we have work to do amongst ourselves and whatnot. There's some certain things that we got to deal with, to whereas we have to deal with it in our closed space. No disrespect whatsoever. You feel me? I'm being as diplomatic and as understanding as possible. Because I'm aware of the fact that I have a multiple, that my audience is not just, you know, of one people. I'm being respectful at the end of the day. But if y'all respect us and if y'all understand what healing is about, you will understand that appeal that I'm sharing with you, that we got to get our shit together. We have to have conversations amongst each other, and we have to reveal certain things to each other. We can't do that in the presence of anybody else. You feel me? So I could go on for days, but I have a flight in the morning. You know what I mean? And I got to prepare myself so I could you know, get out of here and travel safely in the right state of mind, you know what I mean? And also have some rest because I do got to get up in like 3 hours. So, with that being said, I appreciate all of y'all. Like I said, on Thursday, let me see. It's Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. I should be able to do Third Eye Thursday. I should be in Atlanta. Maybe Blue Pill will be with me. Who knows? And then maybe I'll be announcing the class that we'll be having for June for all of my KTLians, all of my students, KTL University Stream Chasers. I ain't forgetting nobody. Like we're gonna get this lesson. We're gonna get this work. You know what I mean? We're gonna stay with the tradition. We've been on a roll every month doing classes and whatnot. Like I said, that's my therapy. You know what I mean? And that's also my learning edification. Me being able to research and then me being able to teach. That's good. That's I need that. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. So I'm gonna end this with some mumble rap. I'm gonna end this with some mumble rap if I can find it. Thank you all of the cash apps. I would read your names, but we don't have that much time. You dig? But yeah, we appreciate you. I appreciate you too. And I'm gonna also remind you too. Thank you for the hair compliments. I appreciate that. Before I get it braided up, you know, this is on June 16th, 8 p.m. in Atlanta, Georgia. That's a Wednesday. We're celebrating Tupac's 50th birthday. This is going to be poetry and performances. Me and Blue Pill will be the masters of ceremony. We're going to be hosting it. It's going to be magical, right? Love you too. It's going to be magical. It's going to be lit. It's going to be energetic, right? I want y'all to be there. I appreciate everybody that pulls up. Um, the flyers on my page. It's on Blue Pill's page. You get all of the information on the flyer on my Instagram. Go and check it out. Okay, it's on Facebook as well. All you got to do, it's on Eventbrite. Let me take off this ticker so see if we have to. On Eventbrite is 50blackroses.eventbrite. The number 50blackroses.eventbrite. Pay-per-view is on Facebook, 50 Black Roses. So there you have it. Everybody who wants to participate, you don't have to be in Atlanta. You could tap in from wherever you domicile. 50 Black Roses is the key word. You dig? And then right after that, Kentucky is going to see us, and we're going to be pulling up and doing major things in Kentucky. This is a loaded up roster right here. We got Ben X, we got Sabir Bay, we got Boyce Watkins, we got Styles P, and we got none other than the Twin Pillars, Red and Blue Pill, all right, at the Knowledge Fest 2021 for Juneteenth, all right, Juneteenth, Father's Day, and the solstice. Bigger Tingza Guan. You feels me? June 19th, 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the Muhammad Ali Center. 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. I have Kings County in the building, face rollers. I have some music in the building, vendors, music, performances, and much more. Go to meetinc.org, www.meetinc.org if you want any information, all right? We're going to be giving it up. So pull up and tap in with us. All right. The evolution will be digitized, but freedom. The evolution will be digitized. Emancipation ain't freedom. That's going to be our title for what me and Blue is doing. So we coming with that heat. All right. So be there. Fuck with us. Promote it. You know what I mean? Spread the word like y'all spread the word about a lot of other things. And I'll see you on Thursday with a follow-up. All right. And hit that Cash App, show your love, leave a tip. And yeah, we'll see you when we see you. Peace. This is Mimosa Samosa off of Scorpion King. Fuck with me. Oh my bad. Let me put the Bluetooth on. Shout out to Black Dot and Malcolm on Thursday. Also, they're gonna have their 200th show on Urban X TV. Make sure y'all plug into that. That's family right there, and that's history. So tap into that, y'all. All right. I'm gonna let this show go before I do my live. So tap in. But yeah, this Mimosa Samosa.
And when you deal with the definition of essences, as Brother AA said, you then deal in the realm of magic, because it is through the word and the animation of the word through your voice and through the information of your voice that you cause the four elements, the fire, air, water, and earth, which is essentially the WORD. You are causing these particular elementals to no longer be just conscious as themselves, but through your word, become conscious of themselves. And that's when you begin to project magic. That's when you change your reality.
I went from living like monks, living out back of the trunk, to pockets of fat with the monks, pockets of fat like the club. Now I am living like Trump. Now I am living like Trump. Mimosas and pulses, mimosa samosa, mimosa samosa, the Morris Costa Nostra. Pulling up in Tessarossa, recharging the debt, discharging the debt, discharging the debt, recharging the jet. Swipers on deck, ciphers on deck, ciphers on deck, wipers on deck, wipers on deck. My life is on check, my life is on check, my life is on tubes, my life is a jewel, my life is on you. My wife is on two, my wife is on two. I'm going for three, you know it is me. Bread is the pillar. The jet is my pillar. The fez is the killer. The bread is gorilla. The flow is Godzilla. The lizard a beast. I visit the priest. And tell him my sins. I tell him I'm twin. I tell him I'm him. High majesty, high as can be, I am a mountain, I'm by the fountain, Ciphers on
Of the word through your voice and through the information of your voice that you cause the four elements, the fire, air, water, and earth, which is essentially the WORD. You are causing these particular elementals to no longer be just conscious as themselves, but through your word become conscious of themselves. And that's when you begin to project magic. That's when you change your reality.
I went from living like monks, living out back of the trunk, to pockets of fat with the monks, pockets of fat like the club. Now I am living like Trump. Now I am living like Trump. Mimosas and pulses, mimosa samosa, mimosa samosa, the Morris Costa Nostra. Pulling up in Tessarossa, recharging the debt, discharging the debt, discharging the debt, recharging the jet. Swipers on deck, ciphers on deck, wipers on deck, wipers on deck. My life is on check, my life is on check, my life is on tubes, my life is a jewel, my life is on you. My wife is on two, my wife is on two. I'm going for three, you know it is me. Bread is the pillar. The jet is my pillar. The fez is the killer. The bread is gorilla. The flow is Godzilla. The lizard a beast. I visit the priest. And tell him my sins. I tell him I'm twin. I tell him I'm him. High majesty, high as can be, I am a mountain, I'm by the fountain, the fountain of youth.
To this day.